I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was scarred with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while sizzling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos.
Yo, welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast. Yeah, I'm talking to my people, man. Welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast. I'm your man, Uncle Freeze. What's good? I'm joined by the Knicks at Night podcast host, Hoodie Kev, City for Real. The other co-host soon come. Thank you for everybody joining. I see y'all in the chat. We have a lot to discuss. My energy is not up at all. I barely made it in here, y'all. I barely made it in here. Kodak Touch was good. Stopping Videos was good. Kaiser Sose, the usual suspect, was good. Robert Paul was good. Knicks Man was good. Spree, the American Dream was good. Trizzy Trey was good. Chuck Allen, jeez. Nick for Life was good. I see you. Was good. Hoodie Kev, how you doing?
Well, I've been at work since 7 o'clock. Had more laundry to do.
Oh.
Saw my beloved Knicks play and lose their first playoff game. Saw a young player embarrass my team at the end.
Michael Panza was good.
But all is well. Other than that, we'll get to that later on. Uncle Freezy. During the intro, because we and I just got the phone. During the intro, I thought about some stuff, and I'm going to say this. Remember this, Uncle Freezy. The sun will always rise after it's darkest outside. You're going to leave my whole Maya Angelou type quote unfazed?
What the hell was that?
What? That was knowledge.
You need a life coach in the most desperate way ever.
You just said a whole lot of nothing.
What?
Yeah, you need a life coach, bro. I'm telling you.
That is something that they say in movies that get you pumped up. Like, wow.
I'm not getting pumped up today, bro. I'm sorry.
Why are y'all not getting pumped up? Let's dive straight into the deep end. Let's tell Uncle Hoodie Kevin all your woes.
I don't know how you're happy, like, for the first time. Like,
I'm not happy at all.
I know, but you're smiling somehow. I can't smile through this.
I'm smiling because Uncle Freezy thinks that I need a life coach because I'm just doom and gloom, miserable person. Somebody know, Uncle Freezy, I'm going to look at the positives and realize this is not the NFL where it's one and done. We have 4 more opportunities to get wins. Because we didn't win the first one doesn't mean that the world is over. Should we have gotten it? Yes. Would it have been nice to get it? Yes. But guess what? the New York Knicks will still play basketball on Wednesday.
Yes.
We don't have to wait. We don't have to
Kev.
wait until training camp to play again. We will play again on Wednesday.
I understand that.
Do you? Because if you did, you realize it's not all that bad. Well, we're going to, unless you thought we were going to, sweep the Atlanta Hawks or something. That's what you were really going. We're going to sweep the Atlanta Hawks. Then, as Aaron Rodgers once said, relax. It's one game. We didn't play well. Our best player played like hot trash, and we lost by 2 points. So guess what, Knicks fans? It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, that was nice and all, but still.
I mean, what did you want to go in there and beat them by 25 points because the Garden had
I don't care how much
had 15,000 fans and we was loud and ruckish? Guess what? Did the New York Knicks go 72-0 this season?
That's completely different because I think this
is it because I could have sworn this team lost plenty of games, right? Did we lose plenty of games this regular season? Were we unbeatable at any point? Are we an unbeatable team?
No.
So expect losses here and there. So we didn't come out and get the first game in the playoffs. No, we didn't. It's upsetting. I was cussing out Uncle Freezy on the phone.
I'm depressed.
Bro, I have so many friends that hate the Knicks, and I got fumbled with so many messages that just pissed me off even more.
Is that
right? Duke,
that's the most depressing part.
Duke, so that's what. So I'm in that situation with Duke, right? So I throw positive Knicks vibes out into the universe every day of the calendar, right? In season, out of season, it doesn't matter. I look to try to post positive vibes in the Knicks universe, so people see that. So every opportunity that they can to embarrass the Knicks, they make sure they send no shots at me. So I get DMs and text messages all the time. Like I got a couple of text messages from a Pistons fan, from a dude that does a Pistons show, 3 of them from a dude that does a Golden State Warriors show, right? The dudes that do the 2 dudes that do the Memphis, the Beale Street, whatever it is, I got messages from them, right? And mind you, 2 of these teams are not even in the playoffs.
Yeah,
all those people expected the Knicks to win 15 games, so you could tell them to go shove it.
Yeah, and right. I got a lot from the biggest quote unquote LeBron fans that just love LeBron and everything, just like hating on the Knicks.
Hey, guess what?
That's why I hate LeBron.
LeBron James lost too.
I know. Like you see, I don't like LeBron like that because I hate his fans. Like so much, right. Like their hands just piss me off so much. It's so irritating. And I have a lot of friends that are just LeBron fans.
Listen, LeBron fans are.
Hold on, Kev.
Let me finish.
I thought it was over.
Nah, I was in the middle of saying something.
I thought that was the end. I thought like there was a period on the end of the sentence. I thought the sentence was over, so I thought it was done.
It's gonna be one.
Nah, but they know, like, cause I don't like this year, like I had the Lakers beating the Suns, but like. You see, like I would usually like say something if the Lakers lost, but like this year I'm like chilling out on them because I don't really care. And they just find like the easiest things to say. Like they're like, "Oh, Randall's the worst All-Star of all time." Like this was before the playoffs because they were mad, and they're saying stuff like that. Like Hero is better than RJ. Like things like that. Like they just come up with so many things, and like just fans of different teams just messaging saying the Knicks suck.
Hey.
And they laugh about it because they say our fans are horrible. Oh my God, bro!
Our fans are horrible. That's what makes us unique.
No, man. Kev, come on, bro. Come on. You killing us.
No, y'all already dead to begin with. I can't kill somebody that was already dead.
You killing
That's
us, bro.
impossible. Unless you're a vampire.
Kev, what are you doing?
So let me get like Scream and had to get Uncle Freezy.
How about
when we lost?
I mean,
the end of the world.
it's not the end of the world. It's just you play for you play. Let me just say this really quick, okay? I'm depressed because it's right after the game. Yes, the series is not over. It's a series, but you play for home court advantage. And Randall had his worst game, and we still should have won this game. And Julius Randle's turnover, we were up 7 points. I was trying to get separation, and he just has a mindless turnover that I've told him 30 games this year at the end of third quarters you can't have if you want to be a champion.
Yeah, exactly. And it's
Terry
you
cuts it to 2. And then RJ, I'm sorry. Look, I love RJ. He's been taking a lot of strides. You can't be just a half player in this league, and you have to secure you have to secure the ball. You have to secure
Wait,
that
are you
ball.
trying to say like the one where he basically almost got the steal, but it got taken out of his hands?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna blame him on that because Bogey made a tough shot. That's not something you can blame on him.
You got to watch the replay of that. I'm sorry, he was there.
I watched it. I was watching the MSG replay.
He has to secure that ball
again.
He has to have eyes behind his back and get that ball set.
Nah,
the way he even said it in the post game.
Yeah, he said he could have gotten it, but the way he did was that he got partially the ball, but then he ran out of bounds when it got stolen. So it was like a quick hedge towards it.
I think he could have got it.
I think that I think what solves all of this stuff, because 50-50 balls are going to be 50-50 balls. I think the thing that solves this thing is Julius Randle having more faith in his teammates.
In who?
Yeah, that solves it all. Because Julius Randle when he knows his shot is not going, you gotta trust other people, bro. I know it's a playoff game, and I know you the star, but
yeah, I agree.
I want to say something else with that because this is my main point of the last 5 minutes. This is what pissed me off, like mainly the whole entire time. So we have 5 minutes left, and you have RJ, and Trae is guarding him for the last 5 minutes on the wing. And they gave him the ball once that whole entire time in the post, and he scored on Trae. And we didn't use it again the rest of the game. He didn't get the ball once when he had Trae guarding him the whole entire game, the rest of the game. He didn't get that matchup at all once. They didn't want to pass the ball to him, which makes no sense at all.
Hey, what's up, Collie? Collie, hey.
Oh, my fault. I didn't even know I was in.
Are you in the club?
Yeah, hey, but so just a couple things I want to say really quick. So for one, Hoodie Kev is smiling way too much after a Knicks playoff loss, and
can't hear me right.
These were the things that we pointed out. So Hoodie Kev was on. Hey, Tony, that's you with the echo?
No, I'm on mute.
So the echo is going to be hard.
It's a static, yeah.
Yeah, it just started. But I was on the live stream with Hoodie Kev, and I broke down the Atlanta Hawks pick and roll, right? And I'm not saying I'm Nostradamus, but what I am saying is that that we saw were abundantly clear that the Hawks were going to get of. So the one of the few things that I saw before this game, I knew Julius Randle wasn't going to cook the Hawks for 37 points a game. I knew that. This is one of the things that I talked about. They were going to mix up the defense, and I was, excuse me, the argument against what I said was they were not gonna go big against Randle or quick against Randle, and then they did. They went big and they went quick against Randle, right? And you saw that it befuddled him, right? And not the shot selection, but the passes out of position and possessions. The other thing that we talked about was what Elfrid Payton did, and for those that don't believe what the defensive adjustment on Trae Young, bro,
atrocious.
Elfrid Payton, what Elfrid Payton did was force Trae Young to make moves high up in the pick and roll and force him to take 30-foot 3-pointers, which led to long rebounds that took our bigs and their bigs out of the rebounding ball. And what happened was our guards, which I pointed to a few days ago, were going to have high rebound games because long shots and misses lead to long rebounds, which are usually gathered up by guards and small forwards. So we had the advantage there, but late in the game, and Hoodie Kev and I saw it at the same time. Late in the game, when Nerlens Noel got hurt, and this is the key to us losing the game, when Nerlens Noel got hurt and took his, in the words of Hoodie Kev, his soft behind to the bench, Taj Gibson could not defend in the pick and roll, and all of a sudden you saw Trae Young putting defenders in jail, and Clint Capella catching alley-oops towards the end of the game. And it's because we need a center. Taj Gibson is decent. I like Taj, but Taj is not going to be the answer. As soon as Nerlens Noel went off the floor, they went straight to their bread and butter. Hoodie Kev watched it play out. Hoodie Kev watched it play out in real time. And I knew it. I was like, you know what? Here they come. Trae Young is going to put a defender in jail. And as soon as we have mentioned that, Alec Burks fouled Trae Young. Trae Young goes to the free throw line for free throws. Right? The next possession down, Kev, was Derrick Rose or Emmanuel Quickly?
That was Quickly that fouled him.
Quickly. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
And then the next play is they actually played it decently, and that led to the Bogdan Bogdanovic corner three.
Oh, God.
Because we brought in a weak side defender. Remember us having a weak side defender conversation?
Because RJ left Bogdan to cover Capella and left Bogdan wide open.
Right. So it goes into. So we could say Frank Ntilikina lost the game on the last possession, but the thing about it is, he should never have gotten that far, bro.
Shouldn't have got to that point.
What happened is Nerlens Noel, who is a decent, he's the best pick and roll defending big that we have.
Correct.
Right? As soon as they went to the bench, they were like, "Oh, Nerlens Noel's not here. We're gonna cook Gibson," and they cooked Taj Gibson. And what happens is we're not gonna you won't even know that Taj Gibson got cooked because all you see is a defender scrambling back out to Bogdanovic. Like, what does he do? Why did he leave him open? Well, he was help covering for Taj's weakness, and he just couldn't get back out to her.
Freezy, just not to cut you off, but just a question for you. So, I know we'll talk about it, but he killed us in the paint. I think you're exactly right. Once Nerlens Noel went out, he did whatever he wanted with those floaters. He didn't hurt us from three. We fouled him a couple times from three, but he didn't hurt us.
He only shot it 3 times.
He only shot it 3 times. I mean, I think we gotta lay off of him a little bit.
No. The only reason is that he's not shooting as many threes since Nate McMillan came back. He doesn't shoot as many threes anymore.
He killed us in the mid range with the floaters.
Yeah, but the thing about it too is that we were letting Lou Will and Trae Young get open layups. Like nobody was contesting it. That's one of the worst parts. And don't even get me started with that call they had on RJ Barrett on Trae Young when Trae Young was the one that
was soft.
Foul.
It was soft.
Like, you can't tell me that was an actual foul call. Like I was asking Hawks fans, and they were even saying that wasn't a foul call. Like I hope they bring out the 2-minute report. They're not gonna bring it out, but I wish they had a 2-minute report.
How do we cover Trae Young? How do we fix the defense?
Double team.
Over the
you have to start guarding him at the top so they could disrupt the pick and roll so he can't start it.
Right.
If we double team them, somebody else will beat us.
I'm fine with that.
You make somebody else beat us. That's the whole point.
Yeah, but no, I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna be very unpopular. You gotta give Elfrid Payton more minutes. And I know this is unpopular.
No.
But listen. You can't, how you okay? So with Elfrid Payton sitting on the bench, we lost. Right?
Yeah, by a call. Go ahead, Freezy. By a silly call.
But listen,
a loss is a loss, regardless of how you get the loss.
Okay, so I'm trying to explain my Elfrid Payton thing.
No, go ahead, Freezy.
I promise you, I'm gonna let y'all eat, man. I promise you. I just want to say my little thing. So the thing with Elfrid Payton is Elfrid Payton is a better defender at the top of the pick and roll, right? And he can stay with Trae Young all the way to the basket because he got the quickness enough to do it. What hurts us is that when we get on the offensive side of the ball, Elfrid Payton gives you nothing, right? But in terms of how you defend the pick and roll, if we play Alfred Payton and Nerlens Noel against that pick and roll for more minutes, you don't get the Clint Capella dunk there, the Clint Capella alley-oop there, right? You don't get the Trae Young getting guys on roller skates in space because that's in his bag. As soon as Elf went to the bench, they went straight at Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose can't guard Trae Young.
I didn't think, to be fair, I didn't think Alfred was that good though early in the game. Guarding.
Listen, I said last night. I said
I was trying to.
Alfred Payton could play 30 seconds, and if we lost, he'd be the first person we say.
I'm not blaming
he lost the game.
I haven't heard one. I actually haven't heard many people blame it on him at all.
I'm not blaming it at all. I'm just saying I don't think he did a better job on Trae Young tonight with his 12, 13 minutes.
He also got a clutch block on Trae Young in crunch time. He was actually giving him some trouble on defense and on offense.
Who?
Rose.
Yeah, D-Rose was actually doing pretty good. I would say. EP was
but you saying in his recovery D. You're talking about in his recovery D. It's not like D-Rose was with him the whole time. D-Rose recovered pretty good and made some decent plays.
Yeah, I'm just saying he was playing him pretty well. That's all I'm saying. Like, I think EP. I don't know because EP wasn't playing the best. I mean, they just had a quick trigger for him in the right in the beginning of the game, and they went to D-Rose straight away. But I mean, if they want to give Frank some burn, they can't just give him burn for like 40 seconds. I
agree with that.
They gotta let him play a little more. You can't just expect.
Oh, you talking about?
If you're gonna play Frank, I don't think you just bring him in for 30 seconds in the game.
Yeah, kind of like you're bringing in a player that barely played. He literally played one possession in the end of the second quarter, and then that last possession. Like, what do you expect?
You got to commit to giving him at least 5 to 6 minutes. It's not fair to him. You can't just say, "Oh, Frank, guard him on the last play." That's not fair. Who does that?
You know what else happened too? So first of all, Trae Young had Frank on roller skates because the big at the top of the key did not communicate with Frank. So Frank didn't know if the screen was coming or not. So Frank had to keep looking out for the screen and guard Trae Young at the same time. And as soon as Frank looked for a screen, Trae Young went right by him straight to the basket.
You talking about that last play, right?
Somebody's shoe fell off.
Wait, you talking about that last play, right, Freezy?
Yeah.
Yes.
But whose shoe fell? Do we know whose shoe fell off?
When did someone's shoe fall off?
I think it was the pick man. So either I think it was Capella or Collins.
So
not that.
It looked like Gibson had ran into Frank actually on that last play.
And Taj didn't close out on Trae Young because he was guarding the guy in the dunker spot.
It was a failed double team.
Yeah. So
they failed. They botched it.
Yeah. So and it's if I'm the screener, if I'm up with Frank and I see the screener, either I go to the screener and screen him off from Frank, or I tell Frank, you got it. You got to commit to one thing or the other. If I'm our big, I take their screen out of the play so Frank knows he can guard Trae Young one-on-one at the top of the key, right? So Frank doesn't have to look around, to see if he's going to get screened or not, right? And secondly, Taj Gibson, come on. Taj Gibson, that last play of the game, bro. Who would you rather lose to? Trae Young going to the basket with a floater game, or Gallinari in the pinch post had to make a move against the big?
Gallinari in the pinch post.
I just pray Noel is not injured. I pray he's not injured because
Noel, I'm nervous.
If he's hurt, we're screwed.
If he's hurt, we're done. No, we're done.
So the thing about that is the worst thing you can do in that situation is be caught in no man's land. And Taj Gibson, a 1,000-year veteran, got caught in no man's land. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's the worst play you could have made. You commit one way or the other. Either you commit to Gallinari and let Frank have him all the way to the basket, or you come up and you commit and make Trae Young try to throw a pass through traffic and have a weak side defender cover to Gallinari.
Freezy, I agree with you, and I'll just say this really quick. I agree with Hadouken. We have to. If other guys beat us and score 30 points off of threes, I want to contest. We got to trap this dude and get it out of his hands. Enough of this garbage of letting him just control the game, getting these little floaters. I'm sick of it. We got to put 2 on him the entire freaking game.
Yeah, and when we look at that last play too, because I had to watch it a few times. So Randall was in the paint too, but he didn't commit on the defense as much as you would want him to, because he kind of laid back and he jumped late. I don't know. They should have kind of expected that floater with no time left at all. Because if he stepped up a little bit, it would have contested it, and it would have most likely been off. Like he was right. He was so close to contesting it. If he did it once, like 0.5 seconds.
Who was Randall guarding though on that last play?
I'll check again, but I know that he just stayed in the paint right under the
Collins.
Oh, it was Collins. It was Collins under the basket.
I'm on mute. I literally have said Collins like 3 times.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and we didn't let Collins score at all in the second half, because he had 12 in the half and he ended with 12. He didn't do anything.
He didn't hurt us. He didn't kill us.
I know, but
the guys that killed us,
we were able to stop him, but we couldn't stop Trae
or
and Bogdan.
We got to stop those 2 dudes.
And the lob threat. So at times Capella, but yeah.
That pick and roll just killed us, and we all knew it was gonna kill us. But
are we confident Julius can bounce back?
Oh, of course.
I'm praying.
Of course. Nah, he can. Julius, he got it.
He can, but I'm praying. I was worrying in the
confidence. I'll tell you why there's no confidence. Because this is not the regular season. So it's not like Julius Randle is going to be playing the Minnesota Timberwolves next game or another team. He'll be playing the same exact team that did the same exact. Now, they'll go back, they'll watch tape, they'll adjust, right? But in a series like this, you do your best to take away the thing about Julius is Julius took himself out of this game from the very beginning. And I don't know if it's growing up. I don't know if it's growing up in Dallas and he thought he was Dirk Nowitzki or something. But when you see Julius Randle taking step back threes, it's like, is this what we really want you to be doing right now, Julius?
He got too amped.
He was timid. He was timid.
He had nervous.
It's like you have been playing bully ball all season long, and now you want to take step back jump shots the entire game.
You just play dumb.
And by the way, Randall was guarding a Gallinari. I'm watching the play again. If he just stepped up for like 1 more second, he could have blocked the shot.
Potentially, yeah. But I knew that floater was going in.
That's what I thought.
Me too. That floater is just
what's up, G Money?
Salute, man. Salute. But to be honest, the way the game was going, did you really feel we're going to win this? Because I said at the gate, I said this here. Salute, everybody. Atlanta thrives. I do think we'll win the series, but Atlanta thrives off close games since they had Nate McMillan. Because with Lloyd Pierce, they didn't make adjustments in close games. With Nate McMillan, Atlanta does very well in close games. And Atlanta has 2 go-to guys, Trae Young and Lou Will. Lou Will changed the game in that third quarter. Remember, we were up by 7, and then he hit the mid-range at the wing and hit the 3 ball at the left wing to pull within 2. He was point.
And that's the end of the second quarter, yeah.
No, third quarter. That changed the game, though. That changed the game a little bit, though. And we struggle in close games when it comes to one possession sometimes. That's what I'm saying, though. Because if we play a team like a Philadelphia, Tobias Harris can hit the big shot. And Embiid sometimes can hit the big shot. Danny Green can hit the big shot. We play a team like Philly. Atlanta, Trae Young can hit the big shot. We just saw it last night. But Bogdanovich can hit a clutch three. You saw what he did it when RJ had the steal, and then RJ hit Bogdanovich hit the free at the right corner. That saved the game for the Hawks. But to me, we didn't lose the game because of referees. Don't blame the refs. We lost the game because we came out flat in the first quarter. Yep. Atlanta came out with the right mentality. They were up 11. They're ball moving and spacing. And the Hawks, they just wanted more. The Hawks just wanted more, and we didn't bring it. And game 2, in my opinion, is this. We got to win game 2 or this series is over. Hey, I don't care what people say. We're not winning Atlanta twice, yeah?
Giovanni, you know we'll be on to 3:30, right?
Yeah.
You don't got to go through all this in the first few minutes on your show.
I didn't have to, but I chose.
We can calm it down. We can spread it out a little bit.
I didn't have to, but I chose to.
Yeah.
Spread it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. We have all night.
I don't agree with what G Money said. G Money said if we don't win game 2, it's over.
When
I'm not worried. I'm not too worried. I'm just mad. I'm not
The
even
only
worried.
thing
Yo,
I
we
want
got
to say about what you said is that you said not to blame the refs. I'm not saying the refs did horrible, but I saw a whole thread of Trae Young fouls, and those fouls were so bad, especially that last
there
one.
was like
You can't tell me it wasn't.
There was like 3, 4 in a row.
Like I almost threw up watching all those calls he got over. Oh my god.
Yeah, and the other thing too, Atlanta did not want it more than us.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, I think that's a slight. No, they didn't. That's crazy, dog. How you gonna say something like that? You don't know that. That's crazy.
Lose balls.
Yeah,
lose
I
balls.
think, I think the Knicks didn't have the right mindset. They got too nervous.
Nah, man.
Thank you, Three.
They got nervous in the first quarter. I don't think about.
It took them a while to settle into the game. It took them
the bench wasn't nervous.
But that don't. But
hey,
but
let's all
listen,
go one at a time, shall we?
Yeah. What y'all saying is one thing, and this other thing, they don't relate to each other. Coming out nervous and not wanting it as much as the other team are two totally different things.
Agree.
Those are two separate things. Like saying it, like you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying, man, calm down, relax. Everything gonna be all right.
I still think we'll win the series. You guys are making it seem that I'm saying we'll lose. I never said that. I said we'll win the series. I'm just saying I believe we should win game 2. That's all I'm saying. I think we'll win the series.
I agree with you.
I don't want to go to Atlanta down on 2. Atlanta's a good home team too. Let's consider that though.
I'm just pissed that I can't be happy about RJ.
So that's what I'm saying. Why we win game 2, we have a shot. We lose game 2, I think it's over. That's just me.
I just think the Hawks defense, we made it too easy to load up on Julius. We got to do a better job, and Julius has to do a better job of we got to use him more in the post. We got to get it out to shooters because they are loading up too easy. And part of it is Julius, part of it is I don't know what he was thinking out there.
I blamed it how he played on himself because the thing with him is that he's a tough shot maker. If those tough shots don't fall, he's not gonna get going. And the thing about it too is that he was missing those tough shots, and then he wasn't taking the easy shots. He was giving up the easy shots. He was passing out of it.
Agreed.
That's the way he played. He wasn't playing well, and I'm just pissed that that we didn't win, especially because I can't enjoy RJ literally murdering someone on a dunk.
But Donovan, that was a vicious poster.
We were going crazy. Like I was going crazy when that happened. Like everyone was, and I can't even be happy about that anymore because we lost.
You know what made it dope? I was watching it on TNT. They after he dunked on him, everybody got crazy, and then it went to commercial. That's what made it so dope. Like they made everybody hype just to.
He hits a three and then does
made
that.
It like NBC. Look, TNT's not NBC obviously back then, but TNT their camera angle in this game was great. When they their camera angle was great in this game.
I never felt comfortable in this game, even when we were up 7 points.
Nah,
I'm never gonna be comfortable in a playoff game, no matter what.
There's no
until the buzzer ends.
I honestly, RJ took a 3. I said we got to get this to 10, or we at least got to keep it at 5. And Julius can't do something stupid to end the quarter.
Will made 2 big plays.
And what you said, G Money, in my opinion, as bad as Julius played and as many mistakes as we made, and I think the first quarter, it wasn't that they didn't want to win. It's just they didn't calm down. They got too into it, and that's what was leading to all the misses. But in my opinion, that third quarter, that Julius turnover, some turnovers are bigger than others. That turnover could not happen. You can't do that. That's all I got.
Yeah, and for RJ's game, like RJ started off bad, and then he had a good game. Like for the rest of that, like
really the third quarter, in my opinion.
Granted, he didn't hit his threes, the wide open threes in the first half. They were good looks, and he just missed it. But you saw the way he was fighting. He had so many rebounds too, big rebounds as well. Like
he did.
He had a double.
Yeah, 4 early.
Even said after the game, he was fighting his ass off for this game. Like you can't say they weren't. Like it's just that Randall, like that's the big factor for us.
And Bullock
gave us nothing. He gave us nothing tonight. Too. Reggie Bullock, who has
3
played
for 9,
well,
missed jump shots,
gave us absolutely nothing.
And not feeding RJ in the end of the game on that matchup just doesn't do good for you. Like you gotta feed the easy matchup, the mismatch. Just feed the mismatch because we could have scored consecutive times after that. Like, made no sense.
Reggie Bullock.
Yeah, but we lost the game in the first quarter, in my opinion. The first quarter to me is when we lost the game.
You don't lose the game in the first quarter.
No, my point, I'm saying that the Hawks sent the tone a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Again, I'm not saying Atlanta was great. They were not great, but all I'm saying is in the first quarter, they were hitting open threes. Also, most of the game, we could not stop Lou Will and Trae Young with the dribble penetration. That's what I'm saying. And Bogdanovich hit clutch shots, and Hunter hit a clutch three at the top of the key to put Atlanta up 4. You have to consider that too.
And also the penetration you're talking about, G Money, with Lou Will and Trae Young. It's not just the floaters. They got some of them that got all the way to the rim for layups.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. They didn't guard them. I'm telling you, they just
that
left
was
them with a wide
me.
open lane. Like,
it's
like they're
we're the
saying,
best
I want
defense
you
in
to
the
get a
NBA. We got to play much better. To me, this loss, as much as, yes, Julius was awful, and Reggie Bullock couldn't make a 3, which he's part of our offense. This was a defensive loss, in my opinion. If we play better defense, we win this game.
I agree.
Every time I looked at my TV, I saw Trae Young in the paint. I just could not believe how he got this.
Especially in that third quarter. Like, he was going dribble drive layups, and he was going to his right most of the third quarter.
You can't expect Alec Burks to be Michael Jordan every game.
Right.
It's not
he
fair
had
to
too
him.
much fun in the garden. We can't have that in the garden. No.
Stop it videos are saying we're acting like we lost by 30, but there were
We
so
didn't
many
say
mistakes.
that.
There were so many mistakes in this one game.
That's what makes it
that you
worse.
gotta, like,
you lose a close
gotta
one. It
say,
makes it
like,
even more angry.
it's bad. Like, you gotta say it.
Do we know Noel's going to be okay? Do we know that?
I pray.
Has anything
we do
come
not
out?
know yet.
I
But
just
we
know
need that,
he
man.
had his shoe off and he was checking it out the whole entire time.
Did he? He didn't come back, right? He didn't come back in the game.
Nope.
He got about 2 or 3 days though to rest that ankle. I think it was his ankle he tweaked or something.
Yeah.
It was 3, but he already had an ankle injury before the
Right.
playoffs. That's what makes it worse.
Oh man, this sucks, yo.
I mean, here's the thing. We can bounce back. It's a long series. I agree. We got to get game 2. That's a must. Absolutely need to win game 2. I agree with that. We got to get game 2. We just have to play we have to play a cleaner game. We can't make mistakes. We got to start the game like a normal basketball team. I'm not going to blame it on the fans. They just didn't come out ready. They didn't come out ready to play. They were nervous, whatever you want to call it. You can't get behind. I never felt comfortable. We did not close. We did not close quarters. We didn't start the game well, and we still had a chance to win the game. And the bottom line is we can't expect Alec Burks to score 27 points. We can expect him to play well. If Randall's got to take it to another level, we got to get the Julius Randle we had all regular season. And if we're not going to get that Julius Randle, then we're going home. Period. I don't care what anyone says.
He was going to have trouble the first game. I didn't have a good feeling coming into this game about how you would do.
I need Julius Randle to come back. I need the guy that I saw most of this regular season. He's still in there. He had a bad game. I need that guy next game.
Right. He has to be his shot selection got to be better than that though.
He needs to play his game.
Because when you have Gallinari on you, even like Capella's coming over, we know you could blow by. No one can hold Randall. For one, Randall's technically, in my opinion, he's the best player on the court. Like if you start the game, Trae Young's not better than Randall. Like come on, so Randall could take any matchup in this series. Like he could take any match by far. If Capella's on him, that's an easy blow by. John Collins, easy blow by. Anyone else, he could back him down, overpower him. He has to kick. If he can't get that shot off when Capella comes to help, or if he doesn't want to throw it over him or try to challenge him at the rim, dish it out. You know they're coming to help.
Right.
It's simple basketball.
It's also where we start to get him the ball. Like I agree, there's sometimes in the perimeter where we want him to attack, but a lot of times in this series, I feel like getting him the ball near that elbow where he can post up. We got to get him more closer looks. We can't. I mean, like as good as he's been from 3 in the playoffs, teams load up. So being on the perimeter, if you have a bad night shooting, it's going to be a long night. So I need him to get early, closer looks. I mean, the bottom line is, look, I think our defense will be better. I think Julius Randle, bottom line, he just has to be better. It just
has to be calm, and Bullock has to hit those open shots, man. I'm sorry.
RJ set up Bullock so well a few times, and it was wide open. And I was just hoping one of them went in.
Do we believe Julius can bounce back?
Oh, he'll bounce.
Yes, absolutely.
I already said I'm not. I hope he does. I feel like he could, obviously, but I just hope he can.
Percentages, Hadouken? I believe in your opinion. Percentages?
I'll say 70-30.
Okay,
That he
good. Thanks.
does.
That's a little better. Thank you.
Yeah, I'd say maybe around 80. I think 80 for
Say
me.
80.
80 for me. I think
Just
Julius is going to
because
come out more aggressive. He's going to come out playing because I felt look, Randall's has been our MVP all year. Randall's been amazing all season. It's just that in this game he was pressing, in my opinion. He was timid. I felt that, he just tried to do too much. That's what I can say about Julius Randle in game 1. He'll be fine in this series though. He's going to be fine for game 2. I think we'll bounce back in game 2. And like I said, I don't care what anyone else says. This is just what I think. This is me.
Yeah.
If we win game 2, I think we win in 7 games. If we lose game 2, I believe we lose the series. That's just me. I don't care what anyone says.
I agree with that.
I mean, I wouldn't say we're gonna lose. I say that we have definitely a bigger chance of losing, and I would
because we
really
will have to win
worried.
twice in Atlanta, and I don't see that.
I
We
mean,
need
there's
to
a
win
lot of
game
Knicks
2.
fans there, so I don't really care about that. But
Yeah.
Alright.
and
can
the
still
thing
come
about
Atlanta.
it is that for me, the first half of the game, especially the first quarter, I looked at it like, okay, this is their first playoff game. Most of them have not been in here. I'll give them a pass because of their nerves. Because the first quarter, especially, we saw the nerves in our team.
Yeah.
Except the bench. The bench
Except
came out good.
Quickly and Tottenham
was
look
great.
like they've been playing forever in the
And
playoffs.
I was
Burks
saying
in the fourth
yesterday.
quarter
I was saying
clutched
yesterday.
again.
I had a feeling Obi with the little minutes he was gonna get was gonna contribute very well, and
They both
he was a
played well.
spark
I
plug
agree.
for us.
Our
And
bench was
Ike
great.
was too. He was looking confident. He was doing good.
Our bench was great.
Are you guys scared? Or are you
I'm not scared. I'm not scared.
I am scared. I'm not scared, but I'm just.
I'm a little bit worried, but I'm not scared. Because again,
I'm sad.
I'm depressed.
I'm sad.
I have the same thing.
I put too much into this. To some people, this is sports. To me, this is big. I gotta win this. I'm sad,
No, I'm
man.
angry. I was waiting for this all week.
But I
I'm very
haven't
angry.
been happy since the game and since I seen that floater go in.
I knew that was over. Once he hit that floor, I said, yep, we lost. And here's what killed me. Why was Burks inbounding the ball?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand that too.
He should have shot the last shot.
The hottest player in the game was inbounding it, and they gave it to. First of all, that pass Burks gave was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And then Randall had to do a turnaround that didn't even go out.
Do you have Michael Jordan inbound the ball? No.
Nope.
Do you? The bottom line is, if Alec Burks catches that ball, magic happens.
Would he have hit the shot?
I wanted him to take.
I don't know, but he would have an opportunity.
It was. I'll say this: I don't know if it would have went in, but it would have been close. It would have been.
I was thinking that they should bring in Obi just because of the dunk, the
lob
lob.
threat, yeah.
So they could get a lob, and Obi with his freakish nature, like they set up the play. Yes. They go like, Obi go out go out to the right corner when we're about to inbound the ball, and then when they start counting down, run towards the rim and they throw the lob, like something like that. That's what I was hoping.
Yeah, you know, Tibbs ain't thinking like that.
Also, miss free throws. Every free throw in the playoff matters. Randall missed one. Burks missed one in the fourth quarter. Those are ones that I literally fell out of my chair, because I needed all those points.
Yeah, RJ missed one in the first, but that was it was whatever, because it was the first quarter. I'm just happy because recently we haven't been missing as many free throws at all compared to before, because we used to miss like 10 free throws a game.
Yeah, do you think we'll win game 2?
Oh, we're going to win game 2.
We'll win game 2. I'm
confident. I want to ask Hadouken's opinion because he calms me down.
Oh, sorry, Spray.
No, G-Money, you calm me down too. But Hadouken, are we going to win game 2?
I think we will. And the thing for me, the positive from this is that, okay, so Randall was our best player and he had an off game. And then RJ didn't have the best game, but he had a good. I would say he had a decent.
I'd say
game,
mediocre
and
a little bit.
And we lost. And we lost by 2.
Is it fair to say that RJ had a good second half but a bad first half?
Really good third quarter, in my opinion.
I wouldn't even say that. I wouldn't even say that just because the way he contributed on defense and the boards was really good. I think because his defense, like for the first time in a while, his defense actually looks sharp today.
Would you agree RJ can play a lot better?
True, yeah, I agree.
He said he can too. Like he said that, like I don't think he got enough shots. That's the thing. I told you the post ups in the fourth quarter. He had a mismatch with Trae, and you saw what he did in the one time.
Yeah, he had a post and it rolled in, and that was a good play.
That's the only
shot.
We
were down by 4. Yeah,
That's
I
the only
agree. We
shot
could have
attempts
made.
he
We
took.
could have probably got RJ at least 2 more looks. I
You
agree.
see, like when you
Yeah.
look at that, okay, RJ had 14 points, 11 rebounds, right? 6 for 15. That doesn't sound bad. He started 2 for 8. He had 11 boards, which is big for us, especially since Mitchell Robinson isn't here. We struggle against rebounds usually, against a pretty decent rebounding team. Had 11 rebounds. He was playing strong. He was playing with a lot of energy. And in the end, he only took one shot in the fourth quarter. And it was
That's
one
not
that he had a
enough.
mismatch and made it. And I think we should have fed him the ball because Trae Young was still on him the rest of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And they did not look at him once. Like, I did not see a glance at him at all. And it
Hadouken,
pissed me off.
in your opinion, of all the plays in this game, and yes, that we went over all the plays, the mistakes of all of them, and you could pick and choose. I told you the 2 that hurt me the most, and I have to go back, to be fair, to look at the RJ one that he didn't secure, because I'll take your word for it. That was a tough play. But in your opinion, if you could pick one play in this game that you think cost us this game, what was it?
And the RJ Steele bogey 3. That
Oh
one.
yeah, fast, big time fast. If he gets that steal, we execute.
You
We
think
probably
that
win
was
the game.
you think that was bigger than the Randall turnover at the end of the third quarter?
Yeah, that's just because if you because once you told me that, you said that it was more of RJ's fault, that you think he could have gone. I watched it again a few times, and it's like, the thing is, okay, I told you, like, it's like a rushing bull. Think about it like that. Like, he was rushing towards it for the
I
loose
know
ball,
he was.
and he had it partially with one
He had
hand,
it.
He had it.
but
He
but
gets that
Bogey like
steal, but
took it
probably
to
win
him
the
because he
game.
lost control because he was running out of bounds at the same time.
I'm not
And then when
mad
he
at him. Look,
came,
I love the kid. I just really thought he could have got it.
no, yeah, it's fair because he
Yeah.
said too he could have gotten it, but he just lost it because he went out of bounds at the same time.
RJ's improved so much. It's just I
Yep.
want the kids
Yeah.
to succeed. It's just I just that turnover. Honestly, I blame Randall more because I feel like I've come on here at least 30 of the 72 regular. No, not 30, maybe 15 to 20 at the end of the third quarters with a turnover that where I've said this repeatedly on the show. To close the quarter, there's a huge difference with this team sometimes because we're limited offensively between having a 5-point lead going into the fourth quarter versus a 2-point lead, in my opinion. I
I
said that
agree.
many times. I've said it 15 to 20 times in the regular season, and I thought Julius was watching, and apparently
Salute,
he was not.
bitch. You think he was what?
I thought he was watching our show, but apparently he wasn't.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Oh, it's so tough. He just didn't look like he had that good of IQ today. He was like totally off. Like he wasn't playing his game. It didn't look good. Like you could see it from the beginning.
Their defensive strategy was better than ours on Trae Young.
I agree. Trae Young was going to the floater game drives, and Lou Will was going. Like I said, I'm not saying Lou Will was amazing. He was not, but Lou Will did have some moments in the game. We gotta be honest here.
Lou Will
He was
did
good,
good for the
man.
amount he played. He did
He was
good.
That's
good,
it.
but he also had wide open. He had a wide open layup, and he had a wide open 3 in transition because of Julius.
Big time
Yeah,
facts. But we
it's
can't
just
only
so
blame
tough.
Julius. I admit, Julius was horrendous. We can't
But
only blame
he's the
Julius.
main person you can because he's your best player going 6 for
No, I
24.
didn't say I get
I
it.
know you're saying not to, but I'm saying that's why you gotta understand that you gotta give him most of the blame just because he went 6 to 24 and that's your best player. That's not acceptable.
I agree. I never said Julius was great. I never said that. I know Julius deserves a lot of blame. I'm just saying that we lost because Bullock couldn't hit his open shots. Also, Thibs didn't really make adjustments, in my opinion. And, Trae Young, even his passing was there. And Bogdanovich was clutch in the fourth quarter, hit that other 3 at the left corner to put the Hawks up. Hunter hit a 3 at the top of the key to put the Hawks up 4. And,
Also, we didn't get back. There was a
we
few
didn't get
times in the
back.
first half where we score a bucket, we're satisfied or we're complaining. And I feel like there was at least I have to go back and watch the film, but I feel like there was at least 6 to 8 points that they got off of just fast breaks.
True.
Yeah,
And
and one thing that pissed me off too is that Trae Young has 7 rebounds. I remember this one that he got a tough rebound and they scored right after it would have open. It was this
gosh,
one. It was RJ played good defense on Bogey, and then the rebound was going towards. I don't know who exactly who was it. It was the rebound went out to the left of RJ and someone else was there on our team and they
gosh.
didn't get the rebound and Trey got it over them and got an open layup.
Quiet money, I remember that. I remember what you're talking about. Look, man, quiet money. I gotta find a way to help Julius Randle.
Randle was horrible.
I got quiet money. I gotta find a way to get him the ball in spots where he can. Because I didn't help him. I feel like I failed him because he was on the perimeter too much. He didn't feel comfortable. I have to do a much better job when they load up on him to help him succeed. And I feel like I failed him. I really do. And I'll put it on me. But Julius also has to take some of it. He has to have a better mentality. But I got to find a way to get him the ball in spots, especially on that post. Maybe we got to do more screens to help the man be the Julius Randle that I need him to be in the playoffs, so I don't have to listen to all this garbage.
Are you talking about you? I missed a lot of stuff what's going on here.
We're just talking about the game, some, good things the Hawks did, some bad things we did. I mean, our bench was great the whole game. Our bench was pretty much the reason why the game was close, in my opinion. It's just that, Randle, he just didn't have it in game one. He just, like I said, he played timid in game one. Also, Bullock was, I know you don't like Bullock.
Make sure you guys support
I know you don't like Bullock, Diddy Cash, but he was trash in game one.
Hold on. Somebody got Rob, you got something on? Rob.
He's gone.
Yeah.
And, and like I said, you gotta give the Hawks some. Let's give the Hawks some credit here. I mean, but Donovan hit clutch shots here. Trae Young with the
That's not my team. I'm not giving them no credit. I don't know.
Now,
I give teams credit.
We already said though that they made those shots. We don't got to talk about them making it again. Like, I mean, they made it.
This hurts, man. But it's a series, man.
Salute, Cav. Salute, G Money. Salute. Is this free? Salute, Hadouken. Salute, Rob. Hey, I don't want to say it. I said it last night, but I had a feeling this was going to happen.
So I had to do a little bit of paperwork. Just give me a minute. I'll be right back.
All right, no worries. This was a different game due to the fact that we have 50,000 people on the stage. We got our coach.
Oh yeah,
Nate McMillan lost $25,000, and today he was not going to lose anything. Facts. He came in and he stole the game from us. That's about it.
Really? You said out coached? Really?
We got out.
We
coached.
just lost.
I'll give you three parts of the game that I felt like we had the momentum and we allowed the momentum to go. Number one, when Quickly hit that beautiful shot, like almost in the half court, what did we do? We called the timeout and we changed the lineup. Number two, when RJ had that amazing dunk, what did we do? That was amazing. That was beautiful. What did we do? We allowed ATL made a timeout. RJ went to the bench.
I didn't agree.
Then the third one is when Obi Toppin not only did he dunk amazing, but he also threw a 3-point shot. What did we do? We took him out of the game, and we only allowed him to play 11 minutes. When Quickly and Obi was amazing, and we lost the game because we didn't follow momentums. We were outcoached.
Let me ask you a question. How many minutes did Obi average this season?
Well, sir, this is the first time Randall's in the playoff. This is the first time everybody's in the playoff.
We're not talking about Randall.
It's not regular season right now. It's not regular season.
Look, I just asked you a question. You ain't give me no answer.
11 minutes.
Okay, so
that's what he averaged.
That's what he averaged. So what did he play today?
11 minutes, 12 minutes.
Okay, so therefore, that's not a factor into you saying that we got out coached. He plays what he plays. That's what that's what Tibbs done. We won 41 games with Tibbs doing it like that. Am I right?
Well, Rob, he's gonna learn tomorrow. Tomorrow, it's not only gonna be the New York Post and the Daily News. Everybody, every newspaper is going to keep asking, why are we keep starting Alfred Payton? We cannot keep going like this.
Nick has a point, man. Nick has a point.
We need to put pressure on Tipsdale because I just said it in the stream with men. No, not Tips. I like to call him Tipsdale when he plays like this. But the pressure is on Tips. The pressure is on Tips.
Look, let me say this just right here. The only reason why we lost this game is because Randall had a bad game. That's it.
Starters, actually.
Randall had a bad game. That's why we lost the game. We lost the game by 2 points.
Too. And Bullock stunk.
Bullock didn't make it 3.
If Randall would have had the basic Randall game, we won this game going away.
100%.
Randall had a bad game.
True.
I agree, Rob. But if Randall's having 3 bad quarters, don't give Randall the ball when Alec Burks is playing amazing. Derrick Rose couldn't make that shot. Quickly couldn't make that shot. Not Randall. You put him in a position to lose, in a sense, to get fans to not like him.
Look, you take your star players. Randall got us there. So if Randall took the shot, I wasn't mad that Randall took the shot.
But Burks was inbounding, which was crazy.
Hey, look, I just look at it like this here. It was 0.9 on the clock. Whoever touched the ball was going to shoot the ball. And Randall did not even get the ball off in time. That's how close the clock was. He didn't even really. If he would have made the shot, it wouldn't have counted. We lost by 2 points because
I still think we can win this series.
I still
look. Hey, look, I agree with you, but right now, okay, it was a game. We lost by 2. You got a 4 and 5 team.
And if you go back to last game's stream, I even said it. I don't mind getting punched in the nose. Game 1. Now everybody is assessed. Okay, we're playing with the 5th seed, and we have the same record, so we cannot undermine who Atlanta is. We cannot undermine the type of they have a lot of talent. Now, can we use all of our talent? That's my whole thing. Why are we putting Frank to play 32 seconds in the most important part of the game? He's not even stretched.
I said this earlier. I think if Frank is, here's my thing with that. I do not think I played basketball, and this is my honest opinion. To be fair to Frank, I don't think you just put him. You got to give Frank 5 to 6 minutes in the game. Enough of this putting him in for 25 seconds, the last play of the game to get the game-winning play after he had a happy meal. After he had a happy meal on the bench.
Yeah,
enough
and
of
he's
that.
trending. He's currently trending. Everybody on Twitter is blaming Frank for no reason.
Nick Gas, let me say this real thing, and y'all don't cut me off. Y'all been cutting each other off all night. Yeah, come on, we got to be more respectful to people's points because y'all are saying smart stuff. But I can't follow conversation because, say, every time G-Money says something, somebody cut him off, and I can't get the gist of what G-Money is saying. And the same thing with Spree. So I'm going to just say this thing real quick, right? The thing about Frank being in that position is not just he was on an island, right, guarding Trae Young, right? He was at the top of the key, and there was a Knicks big up there with him, right? So Frank is looking at Trae Young and potential screen that's coming, right? Trae Young didn't call for the screen, but the person at the top of the key did not tell Frank that the screen was coming. So now Frank is looking to protect himself against the screen and guard Trae Young at the same time, right? Trae Young changed directions twice, right? Nobody told Frank. Nobody said, no, you good. Nobody communicated to Frank Ntilikina that he could guard, he could maneuver himself in the center of the court and make Trae Young shoot over him instead of driving to the basket, right? You got to communicate on defense, right? So it's not all Frank's fault there. Frank did the best he could in a situation when nobody else communicated with him, right? Like if G-Money is guarding Trae Young and I'm up top and G-Money thinks the screen is coming, I'm like, G-Money, no, you good, you straight, you good. Or what I will do is I will yell to G-Money, I got the screener, right? So what I'll do is I will go to the screener and screen him so he can't come up and screen the ball, especially with 9 seconds left to go on in the game, right? So I'm taking the screener out of the play myself so that Frank can defend Trae Young straight up, right? And y'all know Frank can defend guys straight up, but when you don't communicate, Frank is looking, it's a 2-on-1 up top. Trae Young goes by Frank. Trae Young goes by Frank, right? And throws up a floater over 2 late reacting bigs. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are y'all late reacting there? Come on. Are y'all expecting Trae Young with time running down the clock to be able to squeeze a pass through traffic to Gallinari in a dunker spot and then Gallinari to catch that ball and finish at the rim over a big that got in a weak defender? That whole setup there was not Frank Ntilikina getting big on defense. It was a poor defensive possession and that unit on the floor should be blamed for it. You can't blame Frank that he gave up the shot. Because when you look at the when you look at the replay, when you look back at the replay, you look at Frank Ntilikina constantly looking around to see if a screen was coming, and nobody communicated to Frank that the screen was not coming. So to blame Frank for that play, it just lets me know that some people just don't know basketball, and
I agree.
sometimes it's the loudest.
I agree, man. Sorry.
It's sometimes it's the loudest people that don't know basketball to seem like they're right, and for the people that are blaming Frank in that possession, they are absolutely wrong, and they don't know basketball. They never played basketball at a high level.
I just think, Freezy, do you agree with my point that I just made, though? I think I'd like to see Frank get 5 to 6 minutes and not just one play. I just don't think that's fair.
I got you. I'm with you on that. And as a matter of fact, when Trae Young started cutting Derrick Rose and Alec Burks in the pick and roll, you should have subbed out D Rose right then, because we went from having a lead to the Hawks catching up. And they caught up to us in the worst way possible. They closed the gap in scoring at the free throw line, which means the clock stopped, and they were getting points at the free throw line. They were making easy shots with the clock stopped. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to them, in the best case scenario, them hitting 3-pointers falling out of bounds with the clock running. See, I can give up those shots because those are contested, tough shots. But when you give up free throws to Trae Young in a pick and roll, it plays right into their hands. And the other thing too, I'm saying just real quick, if Nerlens Noel was not hurt in that possession, that shot gets blocked by Nerlens Noel, and the Knicks run out of MSG with a 1-point win. I mean, or at least a tie game.
Overtime.
Oh yeah. And so Nerlens Noel being not able to be on the floor hurt us there, because Trae Young throwing up a floater right there played right into a shot block his hands.
So we should have had shot blocker like Nervous Pell or Nerlens Noel there instead of Taj Gibson. That's what you're saying? Hello?
I think he went.
I'm saying. Well, Nerlens Noel is hurt. That's the reason why he didn't finish the game. You remember Nerlens Noel got injured,
right?
And that's the reason why he left the game.
Yeah, but Nervous Pell was on the bench.
No, that dude ain't gonna do nothing.
But remember last game we played against Atlanta? He did a good job. Like he actually, I think Trae Young had to come out of the game and he had like 3 blocks. He broke his finger. I mean, that's enough.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
Freezy, I agree with everything you said. I agree with everything you said on that specific play. My whole thing is this. I just felt like the game was lost before that play. I didn't feel good. Even tied at that point. I was just like, you know what? Too many mistakes. Sorry. Regardless of that play. Yeah, we could have got it to OT. But Freezy, too many mistakes.
Exactly.
Before that.
Sprays had
pushing mistakes.
Spray you made great points, Spray, man. Too many mistakes. And like I said, I just think we came out a little timid. That's what I'm saying. A little timid, shots weren't falling early. And, and like I said,
Randall mostly,
like you said, the guys came out timid. He came out. How can I describe this game for Julius Randle?
Look, the game was lost with Randall, point blank.
It wasn't just Randall. Was bad too.
Not to say that he's to blame, but we didn't get usual Randall.
And
Reggie Bullock was minus 16.
Hey, look,
minus
it's really
18.
Hey, look, we didn't get nothing from our best player. It's just that simple.
Reggie,
all of you guys are just talking about the what ifs and what happened. But it came down to we didn't get production from Randall.
Rob, yo,
that's it.
Yo, Uncle Freezy, what's good, Uncle?
Salute, man. How you doing? Salute.
Yo, what's up, fellas?
I'm not mad at him. I think he gonna play better next game, but we just didn't get. We just didn't.
Great.
You know what?
Every other thing is just something that happened during the game. But when you really look at everything, Randall took 23 shots. He only hit 5. We lost right there. That's it.
Yo, you want to know?
Well, we also lost because Bullock was cold. Yeah, man, go ahead.
Man, but Bullock is not our go-to player. He just our go-to player. If Trae Young would have shot 5 for 23, Atlanta would have lost. We lost because our best player shot 5 for 23.
True, but I also think Bullock usually hits at least 1 3.
Exactly.
So, look, that's winning. That's winning the game in spite of. But if Randall doesn't play well, the Knicks lose.
Starts with Randall.
That's it. I'm not mad at him. I'm not I'm not mad at him. He just didn't maybe. And look, it's never the only thing. But if your star player doesn't play well in a 2-point loss, the blame is with him.
Yes.
He even acknowledged that.
G-Man in the building. G-Man in the building. G-Man is going to take over. G-Man is going to take over. Hey, can you guys mute yourself when we're not talking? Because we got a lot of people and there's a little bit of buffering. So mute yourself when we don't talk.
What's good, G-Man? What's good, State?
Hey, what's good, baby? What's good? Hey, it's a pleasure to be here. I'm sorry that we're here on these this particular circumstance. You know,
it's not a funeral, G. It's not a funeral. We lost one game.
Okay, so Rob, let me get to where I'm going. I was going to get from the doom and gloom. See, you like stealing my thunder. I figured that out right now. See, you like stealing my thunder right now. So here we go.
You don't need the violin.
So here we go. He got. I don't have violins. I got mariachi.
Rob is a little passive aggressive right now.
if you let me get to my mariachi, I'm going to have you dancing around your chair, drinking tequila. You know what I'm saying? So let me get to where I'm trying to go right now. All right. So I don't know what's been said. I'm a late comer to the party. The only thing I'm going to say is this. It's one game, baby. It's one game. It's a learning experience, and we're going to move on. That does not change my prediction for a 5-game series. It doesn't. It just means that the first game came in on the front half of the series. That's all that means. We're going to move on, baby. We live and learn. That's all it is. Bottom line, up front. That's where I'm at with that. Does that meet your expectations, Rob?
Yes, it does, my man.
There we go.
So for me, right? I'm watching the game tonight. First of all, Randall looked like the brights was too bright for him. Like, he looked so flustered. He looked like he didn't know what the hell to do. Like, he seen 15,000 fans, and you look like that? Like, and shout outs to Derrick Rose, because when Derrick Rose came in the game, he calmed down the offense. He looked like he'd been here before. So salute to Derrick Rose, salute to Emmanuel quickly. But man, Randall got to play better. That was pathetic today. That was disgusting to watch him. ISO after ISO after ISO. You're killing the offense, Randall. And then Thibodeau. This man, Alfred Payton, cool. I understand you want to feed your family. You want to feed your kids. That's good. CAA, I understand you doing him a favor. You want to play him. Cool. All that regular season stuff got to go out the window. He cannot play. Start Frank. Start Rose. Start somebody else. If he continues to start, we're going to lose this series. And I'm going to be pissed off if we lose this series if they continue to start Alfred Payton. And Randall got to play better. He looks like a number 3 option on the championship team right now, too. But that's a conversation for another day. That's the guy people want to max out. Y'all want to give this man a max contract. But we'll talk about that another day. I'm done.
Oh, no, he lost $2 million today. He lost $2 million from me.
Really?
What? Wait, what do you mean?
One game?
Oh, you're talking about
really? Wow.
Well, I mean in a way of like right
game
now.
One.
I'm giving him 28 million. No, not just game one. The losing streak, like not winning against Phoenix. Also that one. So that one was 1 million. This one is another million.
Nah, now you
we weren't gonna give him 30 million. I'm not giving him 30 million.
Man, look at here, man.
Let me see how he does in game 2.
Hey, look, I don't know what's going on over there where you at, but it needs to stop.
Let me see how he does
doing
in game
over there.
2, man.
It needs to stop.
I want to see how he does in game 2, and then I'll answer that question.
I see where State is coming from. I agree in a sense, but if he, the thing is, how he plays this whole series will tell me that. Not just this one game, because this
Not
one game,
one
everyone can have.
game.
Yeah, one game, anyone can have a bad game. But
What about the 9 in a row? How much money did he gain on a 9 in a row?
We got to look at the whole series.
Yeah, and the thing is,
we gotta wait for the series. That's what I'm trying to say.
The thing about Elfrid Payton to me is that I was saying the whole entire time that we shouldn't change the starting lineup, but if Tibbs is gonna pull Elfrid Payton out in 3 minutes, you might as well start Rose. Like, I mean, if he's gonna do that, you might as well start Rose. Like, it doesn't make sense to me that you like pulled the trigger so quick on EP, and you could just start Rose, because if we had that in the beginning, I mean, it would have been a different start.
We didn't lose the game in the 3 minutes. We lost the game basically because
I'm not saying we lost the game from that. I'm just saying if we're talking about EP, I'm saying he might as well do that if he's gonna pull him out.
I feel just like you. I don't think that he needs to play, but when you look at the whole game in its totality, we lost because our best player, and I think that he's going to show up going forward. But do I think that he lost money because of game one? So if he lost money because of game one, when we won 9 in a row, how much money did he gain?
I mean, I agree. We can't just judge it off of one game in the playoffs. I need to see the whole series.
Nothing matters in the regular season, fellas.
It's about the playoffs. I agree. It's about the playoffs.
It's one game, State.
We got to evaluate everything. I'll just say this, Rob. He has to eliminate the turnover to end the third quarter.
I agree 100%. But game one, I'm not even going there. It's game one.
All right,
I mean,
Rob,
it's just 'cause
I get it. Maybe I was a little bit too harsh, Rob. But okay, out of everybody that played today, who do you think is the future? Who do you think? Okay, this guy's gonna be here in
one game is not gonna tell me anything.
Man, one game is not gonna give me that.
Man, I'm focused on winning the series.
So you're gonna tell me the way Quickly played didn't show you enough to know that Quickly has
I knew that before the playoffs. I knew
I gotta see you play in the playoff.
I felt Quickly before the playoffs.
Yeah, I knew he was on the.
You gotta look at a whole series to really see how someone will be. You can see that someone is comfortable.
My only focus is trying to win this series. I don't care about the free agency. I don't care about next season. I'm trying to win this series to help Julius.
Me either.
I want to help the guy. I need to help Julius to become a champion. I need him to learn how to win in the playoffs.
Well, let's all.
But game one, you can have that conversation after the series is over. Right now, it's game one.
No, Rob, because
Rob,
when you look at a guy, as soon as when you seen Jason Tatum and he got into the playoffs, his first playoff game he dropped 20. When you get into the playoffs, right?
What did he do? What did he do in his first playoff game this year?
Who?
What did he do Saturday?
Who?
Nothing. 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 He did nothing
against 3 future Hall of Famers.
Tatum was good at the beginning.
See, now you're giving him an excuse.
What?
How?
He didn't do anything Saturday night.
The Nets.
Saturday night, he did not do anything.
Tatum has more playoff experience than Randall.
But no, we're talking about a game. He did not do anything.
Well, I'm judging Randall. I'm looking at Randall because people saying he's the number one option.
No, you're looking at Randall like that, State, because you've been looking to shit on him all year.
Never.
Hey.
Rob.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Rob, language.
You're trying to take away all our money, Rob.
Yeah, Rob's a little bit. Rob's a little passive aggressive right now.
Hey, look here. You've been wanting to boo boo on him all year, State.
No, I have not. That's not
you have.
No, that's not true.
Hi, Rob.
Don't
Rob in the building. I mean,
Ron, give me a hug.
Ron.
I need a hug.
Don't start fabricating stories.
Rob, calm us down. Calm us down, Rob.
Ron, talk to me here. Give me something.
Talk to us, Ron.
Man. First off, man, you don't come in nobody's house and go straight to the table. You know what I mean? I gotta have my proper etiquette. I gotta wash my hands before I eat. You know what I mean? What's going on with you fellas? What's going on? Kev, what's going on, partner? What's going on,
Hey, Ron,
man?
you going to the game next week?
What's good?
Man.
Man.
I ain't going to no game till next year, man. That thing's still out there. You heard me? You know what I mean? Hey, that thing's still taking people
Hey,
up.
look at here. It was 15,000 at Madison Square.
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting till next year, man. Hopefully, by then. Matter of fact, I got my first dosage. You know what I mean? I get my second one June 15th. My daughter getting married in August, so that's the main reason why I went and got that shot. But you know what I mean? Nah, I can't take no chance with that thing.
So to everyone in the chat, if you haven't heard, I'm gonna do a little shameless promotion right quick. Thank you, Rob, for that. I don't know how many other platforms will be showing live at a playoff game, but I know one channel that will be, and that is Orange Tears will be live at State Farm Arena for Game 4 in the suite, covering Game 4 live in person. Now, again, I don't know if any other channel is gonna be there, but I know Orange Tears is gonna be in the house. Y'all gonna see Hoodie Kev and Uncle Freezy and Rob the Nick, and we'll be cutting up. Now we're playing on the golf simulator. I might get mad and break a club. I might have to pay for it. It's gonna be all right. If y'all are interested in going, we still have tickets available for those select few who want to go. You got to hit up Uncle Freezy. I do not have the email, but I'm pretty sure Uncle Freezy will get it to you. If you are interested in going, you need to hit up Uncle Freezy while there are a few tickets still left, just a few, to come join the Blowing Tears experience live at State Farm Arena in a suite, not regular seats, in a suite. So we can be sitting up high in our own room, chilling with catered food and air conditioning. You know, it'd be hot down there in the fans.
And free beer.
Rob gonna be enjoying that. You make sure you have a designated driver partner.
Hey, look at here.
You may not need the ATL. They have you in the clink.
Hey, look, check this out. My room is in walking distance.
Okay, I hear you, partner. I hear you. Hey, that's called handling your grown man business.
Ain't no free beer.
That's smart business right there.
Who told us who told us do free beer? Who told you free beer? You paying for it?
No, I've been up in one before. It's free beer.
Right, okay. And if that beer ain't free, Rob the Nick paying for it.
No, it's free. Hey, you ain't up in the free. Look, it's free. I'm telling you, I've been up in one of those at that arena.
Okay.
Only thing you don't get free. Only thing you don't get free is liquor.
All right.
Beer and wine is free.
That too costly.
All right. If it
Yeah,
ain't
the
free,
box
Rob
is
the
like
Nick
a
paying for
casino. Everything is free.
Hey, look at here. If it ain't free, I'm going to see Hoodie Kev.
Paying the tab.
No, Hoodie Kev ain't never told y'all about no free beer. Hoodie Kev ain't
free water.
Hey,
Hoodie, tell him free water.
Hey, free, you been up in one?
So here's the thing.
Yes.
And I'll know this. So I hate to rain on Rob's parade. I did not kick out the extra couple $100.
Oh wow!
But if you listen, the concession stand is right down the hallway. If you need those types of refreshments, now we'll have refreshments if you like a Mountain Dew or a Sprite or some water. If you want that, that's it in the room.
Hey, you shortchanged us?
Also non-alcoholic beer.
I shortchange you.
You have a non-alcoholic
free parking at the State Farm Arena.
I don't need no parking. I stay across the street.
But you balling. If you balling like that, then you ain't got no problem with going to the concession stand. You standing downtown Atlanta.
Hey, Kev, hold on. So, Rob and Nick, where we going with this?
What? What?
Where we go? Where we going? What's the point?
I'm going to Magic City. I don't know where you going.
Okay. I knew it. Lemon wings.
Oh Lord!
Kev, what kind of OG we got? I don't know what kind of OG we got.
I'm going to Magic City. I don't know where y'all going.
Man. Boy,
getting those wings, man. Getting those wings, Rob.
Oh look, I don't need the wings. They can keep the wings. I don't eat the strip club.
He wanted the leg and the thigh.
Oh man. You guys are.
Lord, y'all out of control.
Y'all something
I
else, man.
needed that, man. Thank you.
So
Yeah,
I heard a lot of heat when I came in here.
We just want to make sure that we keep it family friendly, bro. We just want to make sure we keep it family friendly. We don't want to do sexual innuendo or cursing on the channel, man. We want to make sure that we stay having the ability to get
I didn't say
monetized.
nothing illegal.
Well, I'm just asking you to be respectful, bro. That's all.
Okay.
So,
but yes, Uncle Freezy.
So, Christian, what were y'all talking about before I came in? Because I heard some people was heated.
I was
tips, mostly Tips and Randall.
Tibbs and Randall.
Yeah, the responsibility that Randall should have, like the way Randall came into the playoff. That's what Rob was arguing, that we shouldn't blame him so much, but he's our leader. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
I didn't say don't blame. I didn't say don't blame him. I said the reason why we lost is because our number one player didn't have a good game. That's all I said. I'm not mad at him.
You know why we lost? The starting lineup in the first half didn't have a good game. Your starting big three, Mr. Reggie Bullock, RJ, and Julius Randle was 5 of 20 in the first half.
Reggie Bullock started.
They weren't any better in the second half.
We done good to be down 2 at the half.
Yeah.
And on top of that, to add insult to injury, your starting point guard got pulled early. Derrick Rose had to get thrust in early, which made it where Derrick Rose couldn't play late in the game effectively. All that was a microcosm of what went wrong in this game tonight. On top of the fact that our defense was terrible tonight. It was a lot of breakdowns defensively. Trae Young coming down the lane like he driving a Ferrari. Nobody committing to the man and letting the man get to the cup. It was terrible. It was terrible in that. And I'm going to say this too. Our coach got outcoached.
Yes, he did.
He got outcoached because that kid Bogdanovich, you saw the switch. Shout out to Nate McMillan. Got to give him his credit. For a lot of that game, Bogdanovich was the primary point guard handling the ball, and Trae was playing off ball.
Mm-hmm.
And then not only that, let's talk about the last play. Why you even bring Frank Ntilikina in that game?
Thank you.
And I'm gonna tell you this. Y'all know how I feel about Frank, and y'all know how I feel about Frank defense. Yeah, I think it's that good. But when this guy been sitting on the bench, he ain't had no rhythm. He haven't had a chance to feel this guy's movements to know, okay, when I see him do this, now I know what he getting ready to do to me.
Oh, God.
He was totally at Trae Young's mercy.
Yes.
I agree.
On that last play. You don't bring him in there. And then the kicker, to add insult to injury, the last play, that play call, the man that's hot all night, you got him inbounding the ball. Why is Burks inbounding the ball?
Does Michael Jordan inbound the ball, Ron?
0.9%.
No, he does not.
And then you throw the ball into Julius with Julius back to the basket. And at that point, he had to throw the ball in. But even if Julius Randle got the shot off, it wasn't going to count because you only got time for a catch and shoot. You should have called a curl. You should have had somebody curling, catching the ball in motion to shoot. Bad coaching. He got out coached tonight. He got out coached tonight, but I'm going to tell you this. The bigger problem is Alfred Payton in that starting lineup. He's a problem. He is a problem. You cannot play him. And you need to go check out that article in Fansided. If you haven't read the Fansided article about Alfred Payton with Trae Young, Trae Young scores against Alfred Payton more than any player in the NBA.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, we were talking about how Frank shouldn't have came in the game unless he played like at least 5 or 6 minutes.
Emergency.
He needs to fill out the game. You can't just put someone in for like 23 seconds in the end of the second quarter.
It's not fair to Frank. Like we've all played basketball here. You can't just put a guy in for 20 seconds. It's not fair to the kid.
Well, look, if you're gonna see that the same highlight of you're gonna keep replaying the same highlight, and everybody's gonna think Frank was to blame for that play when Frank only played 32 seconds.
I mean, if you really watched the game, you would know.
I don't blame it.
You would know what happened.
Yeah,
and I still think that we should have gave RJ the post ups multiple times in the last 5 minutes, but he only got the ball once. And I'm gonna
tell you what else too. It's okay to recognize Julius ain't got it tonight, partner. Put Julius on the bench. Put him on the bench. You had him on the bench in the first half.
Yeah.
When you was trying to come back, when you was down. Put him on the bench. Let Obi play. Obi had it going.
Thought crossed my mind.
And why quickly sitting on the bench? Quickly should have played a lot more. My only problem with Quickly tonight is Quickly didn't shoot enough for me.
You see, the thing that Tibbs did is that after RJ hit the 3 and got that crazy dunk where he murdered Bogdan, he got benched after that too. So it like kind of threw off momentum.
Yeah,
he was doing that a lot for.
He helped Nate out
Obi
tonight
with IQ. Like he was doing that. I didn't understand that at all.
Ron, I said this earlier before you came on. Aside from RJ not securing that ball that led to the Bojan 3, in my opinion, the Randall turnover at the end of the third quarter was the biggest play of the game for me. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, you talk about those 5 points that got scored in less than a minute. Yeah, that was huge too. But like I said, it was a lot. You know what? This team looked like a team that ain't played in over a week. I think it was a little bit of rust too, because I haven't seen us look that bad defensively, and I don't know how long, man. It was a lot of missed assignments, man. Derrick Rose was hot. He was hot tonight with the team.
Yeah, I just remember one more play. I don't know if this is the same exact play, but the play where I don't know if this was when Noel got the block on John Collins and Randall got the ball and he just let the ball go out of bounds. Like it fell out of his hands.
Yeah, you talk
that
about
was
that.
such a bad play. Yeah, that was
a bad play.
Horrible play. And then they scored right after. That pissed me. I was so mad at Randall.
This is the guy people want to give a max contract to. You know?
Well, we're gonna find out.
I'm gonna tell you this, Steve. I can't take what all that man did and take a couple bad games on the season and throw out all the good.
I'll say this to State's point, though. I'll just say this. I agree, Ron, but to State's point, I want to see how Julius adjusts in a playoff series. You learn more about guys in the playoffs. I need to see the whole series.
Watch Wednesday.
Yeah, let's see.
Watch Wednesday.
Let's see him.
I think he will. I think he will, because my biggest problem with Julius in this game, it wasn't the fact that he wasn't hitting his shots. It was the fact that he didn't go attack the basket enough. When your shot ain't falling, common sense, you go to the basket. Especially when you got Gallinari on you, foot stuck in cement.
It's also where we got him the ball, Ron. Too much on the perimeter. We got to get him down on the block.
But you know what? That's where he liked to be at. So I blame Randall for that. He get the ball in the perimeter, go down in the post, take the man down there. But I can take that too. But he is on him to get to that, get down there and say, hey, tell him, hey, give me the ball when I'm in the post. Go post up. Ain't nobody can stop him down there.
And also,
nobody on the Atlanta team can stop him in the post.
We gotta get him the ball also in the middle of the floor more, so they can't do this loading up nonsense.
But I'm gonna tell you what, they threw a curveball too, because they played Randall a lot straight up today.
Yep,
he was shocked. I think he was shocked by that. They played him straight up. John Collins was guarding him straight up.
It was DeAndre Hunter.
Yeah, the Hunter kid, both of them.
I was saying this earlier. The way Randall played, and we all know he's a tough shot maker and taker. The way he played is that he was shooting those tough shots and missing it, and then he was not shooting on the wide open shots.
And you know what else it affected? It affected his defense.
Yeah.
On the other end.
Yeah.
Also, is it too much to ask this team to get back on defense and also get some easy transition?
That's why I said it was uncharacteristic. We normally get back on defense. That's why I said it was uncharacteristic, man.
And
this is not how we play
RJ's got to
basketball.
get more in transition, Ron. It can't just be 2 points. I need more in transition from a lot of these guys.
Yeah, but they don't pass it on transition. You got to understand that.
Well, we got to do that.
The ball sticks too much with our team, man.
There was one play where IQ had the fast break for Alec Burks, and you even heard Clyde saying, "Whoa, look up IQ." We go on the fast break.
I know exactly which play you're talking about.
Go on the fast break, and we have
that could have been a layup.
Yeah, RJ is running a lot. We see RJ has its top 5 in distance traveled in the league. This man runs on fast breaks, but doesn't get the ball a lot of times because we like to slow it down right when we reach the half court line.
Because we play too much half court. We don't do transition. And anytime you can tell, because when you can tell when you're not good at something, because when you start doing it, you mess up. Anytime we in transition, for the most part, we turning the ball over.
What was killing me was like the constant ISO from Randall. Like, bro, you gotta like fill the game out. Like they're playing you straight up. Like you don't have to ISO all the time. Like call for a pick and roll. Like move the ball. Like he was too stationary. Then you're shooting these stupid shots and you're not even running back on defense. Like that is stuff I look at. Like, and we talking about we're gonna pay this man max money. That man needs to show the hell up. That shit is ridiculous. I mean, that is ridiculous.
Actually, you messed up right there. But
Wait,
coming
let me
back,
shout
man.
out the
Can we blame?
Let me
Oh,
shout
go ahead,
out
man.
the super chat real quick. Shout out to D Hall with the $2 super chat. He said that foul call on RJ guarding Trae was some BS, and that was literally like I still don't understand how that was a foul call. Like no one can tell me that was a
But you know
foul
what, though?
call,
But
and I'm
it
gonna
did.
believe them for that.
But it didn't change the outcome of the game because after they made that basket, Derrick Rose came right back and tied it. So
Nah,
that
still
didn't
though,
kill
that
us.
still
That didn't
changed
kill
it.
us, man. It's the lack of execution is the reason why we lost this game, man. Late game execution once again. This team does not know how to close games efficiently. We do it in spurts. We don't play 48 minutes of defense like we're supposed to. We have spurts. We do.
I want
We are not
to
a
see
complete
Frank
team,
more in the
man.
game. I need to see Frank more in the series.
Well,
Period.
you probably gonna get your wish because I think Alfred Payton time is fast approaching.
It's time.
The clock striking
That's what I'm
12 a
trying to
net.
say. I'm trying
He's
to
up
say
out of
like
there.
so if Tibbs is gonna pull EP out in 3 minutes during the game, you might as well just start D Rose. There's no point. Like I was saying before that we shouldn't start D Rose so we could leave him because he usually comes in like at 3-4 minutes
Runs
into the
out of
first. But
gas.
if you're putting him in at like 7.5 minutes into the first quarter, you might as well start him. Like
Yeah.
there's no point.
But I'm gonna tell you, you know who I looked to see start this game, and I called his name. I thought about Frank, but I think it's gonna be IQ.
I would love for IQ to
I think it's gonna be IQ. You know why? You know why? You know why I say it? Because now offense is not a problem. You got somebody else that can score on the wing that'll stop the loading up on Julius or they attempt to do it because you rest assured they're not gonna do the same thing they did in game one.
That
Because
defense
that's
is not
what we're
gonna
gonna
work,
expect. Is basketball is about adjustments. Even when a team win, they don't come back with the same thing that they did to beat you. Because you didn't saw that. They're gonna try something new. It's
And
chess
Ron,
match.
one of the Peyton layups, the team was so deflated and Peyton missing the layup that they all said, "I'm not getting back on defense" because they saw Peyton miss so badly.
Nah,
But
it's like
Spree, that brings another conversation that we brought out last night when we said I don't want the fans to boo Elfrid Payton before we played 1 second of the game.
they didn't boo him though.
They
didn't.
well,
I didn't hear them.
I heard.
Somebody said they did.
Somebody said on the last stream that they did, and on Twitter I saw a video of when they coming in and they saying the players. Elfrid got booed.
No, I'm talking about today. I'm talking about today.
Yes, today. That's bad behavior from our fans.
People were saying
our
that.
fans deserve 15% of the blame.
So
for this game.
I would like to
No,
go ahead and
no.
shout out this Kaiser Sosa
I don't think so.
super chat. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. He says the team doesn't have a pecking order. After Randall, they should be finding RJ, but they freeze Barrett out of the game for stretches. Again, appreciate the super chat.
And Dukin said the same thing.
Yeah, I said the same thing. They've done that the whole season. And I saw that today. So
I agree. RJ could have got a couple more post touches. I agree.
And that's another thing. You didn't make Trae Young work tonight.
Yo,
that's why I would start IQ because he's gonna have to chase IQ.
Rob, I want to ask you a question, and I want y'all to really answer this. And this starts with ego. Will Julius Randle ego allow him to let everybody else play their game, and will he allow the pressure of 15,000 fans in the Garden get to him to where he's repeatedly trying to ISO to try to prove something? Because I also seen RJ not get the ball repeatedly. He got Trae Young on him. Gotta find him.
the last 5 minutes, bro, it made me sick.
And I told people this too about Reggie Bullock. Good dude. He's 32 years old. Well, he's 30, 31 years old. We gotta find a wing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
He gave
Absolutely.
us nothing.
Absolutely.
Pathetic.
In an ideal world, you want him coming off the bench.
We knew that. We
That's
knew
what
that.
you
We
want.
knew that in the regular season.
We were saying that we want him to come off the bench because he's a good bench player. You don't want him starting. Him and EP, you don't want them guys starting.
I said that to the people who want to just re-sign vets and not look for guys who's going to upgrade the roster. Like, I'm not interested in this same roster coming back next season.
I'm gonna tell y'all where I'm going at. This is your captain speaking. William Wesley, Worldwide West, please put your tray in the upright position. Fasten your seatbelt. Prepare for takeoff
Go get me Colin Sexton, man. Go get me Colin Sexton. Go get me a 21-year-old who averaged 24 points a game, man.
I'm gonna tell you what. Somebody dropped
The
that in
Aaron
the chat
Fox,
talking about
like
that,
Hadouken says.
but saying there's a rumor out there saying that Cleveland is moving on from Sexton. If they do that, they're fool.
Go get me Sexton.
They're fool if they
It's
move
not
on
that.
from Sexton.
Is they're saying that he kind of? They were saying, and I mean, he said it was cap, but they were saying a few games before the season ended that his teammates were frustrated that he wasn't passing them the ball, but his teammates aren't even like the only person I would want him to pass the ball to be honest, is Garland. Is Garland.
Kevin Love? Get the hell out of
Is
here.
Garland. And I mean, I don't think it's because he averages a good amount of.
Hold on.
Don't they got Karis LeVert?
Hold on, Ron. State.
No, they don't.
State. Can we please calm down on the language?
I just cursed again?
Yes. Please.
Sure.
And I can't say nothing to you and say something to somebody else. Thank you.
That gives me an opportunity, gentlemen. I'm going to bounce. I'm going to try to watch the film and see how I can help Julius be better. But I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. We'll bounce back.
All Julius got to do, all Julius got to do, just like Charles Barkley said, the same thing we all saw. Julius just tried too hard tonight, man. He tried too hard, man. Just relax. Play your game. You own Atlanta. Period.
I'm going to watch the show, Ron. Ron, I'll have an answer for you tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, boy. Appreciate you.
All right.
Bless.
So you guys have touched on a lot of points, right? And all these points revolve around one central person. One.
I know who you get.
One and one only. One and one only. So Julius Randle is not coming to the game and tell people who's going to rotate in and rotate out.
Mm-hmm.
Julius Randle is not coming to the game and dictate what the flow of the game is going to be. That is the head coach, Tom Thibodeau.
Tipsdale.
Thibodeau. If Thomas Thibodeau does not take it into his ownership to be able to orchestrate how this game is going to be played, we will always get what we got right now. Always. There's no second and third question about what we're doing. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Say he got out coached though.
He did.
Yeah,
he did get out coached. So when Nate McMillan, so here we go. Let's rewind this thing back real quick, and I'm gonna be real quick, right? I'm not gonna take up a lot of time, but I gotta get in my position first because I think better when I'm in my position, right? So check this out. Nate McMillan is a devious genius. So the first thing he did, he goes in front of the national media and says some outlandish things, and he gets fined for it. So in the normal person's mind, they say, well, how dare Nate come out here and say these outlandish things? But you know what they did to his team? To his team, it was like, you know what? My head coach got my back. So I'm willing to go to war with him with whatever I got. Whatever he asked me to do, I'm going out and I'm going to do it. And that's what happened tonight. Now, Tom Thibodeau, and we've always said all year long.
Somebody's giving feedback. You guys got to mute yourself. Whoever's moving is giving feedback. Mute yourself.
Facts. Thanks, Gas. So Tom Thibodeau, what we have always been critical of him about is the lack of being able to make adjustments. And we saw that tonight. There is no way possible you go into a game plan and figure out in the first 5 minutes of the game that your game plan is not working and you don't adjust. Come on now. And then when you see that the personnel on your roster that's coming in and able to produce, you don't continue to play those guys? You don't continue to stay with the high hand? Who does that? Really? Let's think about this. Now, I understand that it's easy. It's very easy for people to point fingers at specific plays that there may have been a mental lapse. They may have been a situation to where a player was out of position to make the play. That an errant pass, a bad shot. Got it. We can sit there and pick apart the film all night long. But let's be real. That's not where the fault lies. The game plan is the beginning and the end. The fact is We need for these players to be able to go out and execute the game plan that Tom Thibodeau lays out. And when the game plan is not working, we got to be able to adjust. Bottom line up front. So I'm not here to dispute any Randall hate. I'm not here to dispute any Bullock hate. None of that. None of that. Derrick Rose
Take
played
my
more.
job away.
Cam.
I'm the only one that can hate on Reggie Bullock on here, okay?
Look at you, Cam.
That's Mr. R&B on Tom Thibodeau Records, WKNI CKS Radio.
So
I don't know what you're gonna have. What's gonna be left for me if you talk about Reggie Bullock? I'm not gonna have nothing left.
I'm not gonna talk about your guy. I'm not by either one of them. I'm gonna give you both of them. So,
Okay.
But what I will say is this: at the end of the day, this is what it boils down to. We have, as fans, we have to understand the big picture, right? Don't get caught up in all the. So what people would do is they would force you down this little rabbit hole and keep you single-minded. They will keep you from having a specific thought for yourself. Think for yourself, people. Don't go into the narrative that people want you to talk about R&B or Reggie Bullock or Julius Randle or Derrick Rose. This is what you're missing. Our bench tonight played phenomenal. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about that.
We got 3 starters on our bench.
We said that, G-Man, when you weren't here.
I wasn't here. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry.
We got 3 starters on our bench.
You know what? I
Don't
tell
beat
you
me.
this. For me, you know what? Tibbs had an opportunity. He got a reprieve tonight, but he didn't take it. And what I mean by that, when your starting lineup had 11 or 12 points, and that's all they could muster. Your bench got you back in the game. You was down by 2 at the half. You come back with the same situation starting that point. What you think gonna happen? You seen enough of that pitcher. You know what I mean? That record was scratched. You know what I mean? He kept coming with the same thing. So you get what you asked for, man. And we deserve this one tonight. We earned this, L. We earned it. Make no mistakes about it. We earned it. So a lot of blame can go around with this thing tonight, but there's a lot of good too. There's a lot of good. You know what I mean? A lot of good stuff that I saw. You know, shout out to Obi Toppin. Shout out to Emmanuel Quickly. Shout out to RJ Barrett in the second half, because in the first half he was trash. Who else? Burks.
Alec Burks.
Absolutely.
D Rose. Absolutely. But kept him out there too long. I knew it was gonna be a problem when he went in that game so early. I said, uh-oh. When you got to go to your bench this soon, you asking for trouble.
It's bad, yeah.
Taj Gibson was great too.
Taj was good too. Nerlens not so. Nerlens was bad tonight. This was a bad night for Nerlens. Nerlens wouldn't commit on the defensive end who he was going to take. But I tell you what happened to him is they kept running that high pick and roll all night. There was high pick and rolling Nerlens to death.
Hey, Ron, let me get these 2 super chats right quick. The first one's D Hall for the $2 super chat. He says, "How do you think Mitch will change his series?" And the
that's a big Mitch.
Oh man, God
and the
will hear
second
you.
one is from Kent Gurrier. Thank you for the $5 super chat. He says, "If Pop was the coach, starters would have never came back in. Also, if your star player is playing bad, he would have got benched."
Exactly.
Thank you for the $5 super chat.
Exactly. Shout out to Kent, man, and D Hall. But you know what though? I talked about that earlier too, Kev. Man, for all them people, this series is why you miss. That's what you see Mitch's value, because it's one thing to be a shot blocker, it's one thing to be a presence.
Thank you.
Mitchell Robinson is a presence.
Thank you.
Trae Young would not have been coming down that middle of that lane like that with Mitch down there. No way.
Those offensive rebounds.
No way. All them up. Nah, it wouldn't have been
Before
happening.
he was injured, he's always top, like one of the best offensive rebounders, and then he's a pretty good pick and roll player too.
Yeah, and I appreciate everything that Nerlens done this year, man.
Me too.
Nerlens in this game tonight, He wasn't good, and he got injured. That's another thing to watch.
I love
forward.
Nerlens Noel, but there was a few rebounds that instead of grabbing the ball, he's playing volleyball. Like he's throwing it, which is amazing, but it's like, can you grab the ball? Like it was 3 plays that no rebound, just like trying to pass the ball to Randall in the mat. Like I don't know. We need Mitch. I
gotta say this too. Shout out to the refs tonight. Shout out to the refs, man, because they did not get in the way. They did not get in the way. Nah, man, them refs let them boys play, man. No. Hey, do you remember how many foul shots that the Atlanta Hawks and Trae in particular had?
Ron,
at one point, matter of fact, we had more foul shots than Atlanta. We took more foul shots in them.
You're right, and I got to push back right here. Julius Randle didn't get his first foul shots to the 4th quarter.
You know why? You don't get rewarded for taking jump shots.
That's true. He should have been more aggressive. And secondly, those 3 foul calls on Trae Young was soft foul calls. I don't respect that when, as I told you earlier on the last stream, when I watched Nerlens Noel go up super hard for every O board, he was getting slapped in his face, slapped on his arms.
Man, we was beating people up too.
I'm sorry, BT, and you don't know me. I want to show you love. And I had 2 comments for you. Shout out to you for letting me into your stream. And secondly, you look like Tariq Nasheed a little bit. I just had to say that. But other than that, respectfully, you know what I mean?
Them refs ain't got in the way tonight, man.
Ron,
we got it out tonight.
They did because those 3 foul calls was like,
Ron, if you look at those fouls again,
I
saw
was fake foul calls. They were
so bad.
They was
y'all knew they missed a lot against us too. Did y'all know?
This is my
to be
point,
objective now.
If they wasn't gonna call the slaps on Nerlens, you can't call touch fouls on Trae.
Hey, them guys ain't perfect, but I'm gonna tell you what, they ain't the reason why we lost.
It's not our fault.
They were letting them guys beat each other up. It was a lot of beating up.
It's not our fault. He a skeleton, right? He need to eat. That's not our fault. He don't eat. Know what I mean? So
this your problem.
That's not our fault. He don't eat enough. That's not our fault.
This your biggest problem. 10 of 30 from the 3-point line. 11 of 15 from the free throw line. But we still
lost by 2 points,
But that's your problem, though.
We shouldn't
It's
have
more
lost.
your shooting than it is.
It should have been a double team. Finish.
So who all think the ref was a problem tonight on this panel? Kev, you think the ref was a problem?
No. Nobody said anything. That was unanimous. That was unanimous besides me.
If that Lisa Stansfield chick was here, it'd have been a different ball game.
Oh,
Lisa Stansfield was not here tonight.
You're right. Now, she do look like Lisa Stansfield. That's a good one.
Been around the world and I.
It would have been a whole different ball game. Should have been out there.
I'm gonna call fouls on the Knicks.
Fouls on you, and you.
Julius looking at her like she crazy. Hey man,
I can't find my whistle.
Oh.
Guys, this loss is getting to me now, man.
Nah. It was a lot.
Minutes.
Hey, y'all make sure y'all check on Cornerstone tomorrow. Seriously, man.
And shoot them lights up for my man BT, man. Blood tears. We out here, Knicks family, man. Throw them lights up, man.
I gotta check on my man tomorrow, man.
Strike that button, B.
I still think the refs were a problem in this game with those calls. It was just not. There was barely any contact, and they called fouls. So
that's what I'm talking about.
So I got a question for you. Do you believe they were the reason why we lost?
I said it was a little part of it. That's what I said.
To Kent again, he says, "I'm sorry, but all someone has to do is lay a hard foul on Trae Young and make him think twice about coming to the hole."
Exactly.
Except for one. Nervous Pell.
1995, I would say, yeah.
Put him in the stands like Martin on
not 1995
with Martin and Tommy Hitman Hearns.
You'll catch a whole suspension doing that to somebody nowadays.
Kev, I remember the last game when we first got Norvell Pell, the center. I remember he was like the wall that stopped Trae Young. Trae Young got took out of the game, and then 2 hours later, Nervous Pell gets a 15-day, a 10-day contract. So why do we have him on the bench? Why are we relying on a 34-year-old Taj Gibson?
Taj
did
his thing, bro.
Yeah, but can we use the whole bench? Can we use like
No, it's a
could
play.
That's why you got a bench. Somebody got to ride the pine.
Gas, you
only
know
so many minutes.
Yeah, Ron, I don't mean to cut. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, you good. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Gas.
Enlighten them.
You've been watching the playoffs or basketball. How long? How old are you?
Can you put your camera when you like asking my age like this?
Gas.
Well, you putting me on the spot right now.
You pressing me about camera. How old are you? I'm sorry, BT, but let me get a moment. I'm sorry, BT, but because it was the point. It was because let me explain it to you, because if there is a method to this madness over here, right? So I asked him because he asked questions that don't make sense, like what he just asked.
No. What you asked, his question didn't make sense to you. You just can't say it in general. If you don't understand where he's coming from, why not just say, "Hey, dog, I don't understand where you're coming from"? Because now we're just saying like my man don't know basketball or whatever.
No.
I mean, come on, bro. We got to be more respectful.
You trying to little sum
We
me.
got to be more respectful. Yeah, we got to be more respectful than that.
Okay.
We just can't be.
Well, I can honestly
like
step back and say I apologize if I came too hefty on that one. You feel me? That's my.
We're in the same team. We're in the same team, man. We're in the same team.
Because we come in family first. We come in family first, so we're not leading with no bull BS. Know what I mean? But I will say,
that's why we
gas.
on, so,
No. I respect you, fam, and I respect that. I can step back when I'm in the wrong, but what I'm gonna say to Gas is, fam, we watched the whole game, right? And I seen bits and pieces, mostly the fourth quarter. And what I know from what I watched is we look hesitant, skeptic, right? Like Julius Randle got the ball. He was shooting super quick. I'm like, yo, all you got to do is put your shoulder in somebody a couple times, feed it to the corner. It's really regular season basketball, but a little more chippy. You know what I mean? We reverted back to the same thing we was doing at the end of the game where nobody wants to touch the ball. And this is why Burke would even throw that, because if you watch the last play, and I don't mean to ramble, I'm sorry. But if you watch the last play, right? Burke got the ball. Randall came to the area. And if you count, it was only 3 seconds. He still had another 2 seconds to make a decision before he threw that, whatever I would call a fake floater to Randall, and Randall make that fake shot, and then we lost.
But that shot wasn't gonna go. It wasn't gonna count if it went
That's
in.
what I'm saying. Like, and this is why I blame Thibodeau, because it should have been a curl to the corner or a curl to the top, to where somebody was getting a hard pass and can easily, because if Derek Fisher could hit a shot in 0.4 seconds, that means you could get it off in 0.9.
We
had a chance to win. You got to catch it or throw the alley on the back end.
And nobody on our team can throw alleys.
And nobody even thought about the play though.
Hold on. Got a super chat. I'll let it get to right quick, and then I'll let y'all keep on rocking on. So Kent again with a $2 super chat. Actually, this would sound better if Ron said this. This is
Ron got a better voice. That's funny.
Calling Norvell Pell. Norvell, please come to stage. Please pop your finger back in place. We need you, partner.
Yeah, I don't think that was meant for me to read out.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, and where are we going back to Taj? When we talk about Taj is he's like fundamentally sound player, and he's like balanced out. To me, he's better than Noel, except for defense. To me, in my opinion, he's better than Noel.
He's more fun. I agree with that because he's a better pick and roll defender.
Yeah, he's overall better to me. Like if you had to say and like to people that think that Noel is better than Mitch, you're absolutely wrong too.
Now defensively he is. Yeah, no, he is defensively. Yeah, he flops his body a lot. But defensively,
I'm talking about overall.
Offensively, no. Overall, no. But defensively, yes, he's way better than Mitch. I'm telling you.
And like you guys were talking about that last play, I think the last play they should have put OB in so they could get a lob and get a dunk with that
Exactly.
because that would have made the most sense.
Exactly.
Like you have
I
OB
said
in the
that
corner.
earlier on Ron. I said earlier.
You better hope the ball even make it there.
Yeah,
but all you gotta do is tip it, Ron. All you gotta do is
had
tip.
Capella. If the minute they bring OB in and try that, Capella sitting back there waiting.
Bro, you suck Capella out with Nerlens.
No, but the thing I'm trying to say is that they could have had him in the corner, like before the countdown started. And when he started counting down, he could have ran towards the rim, and they could.
You know why? You know why you ain't gonna suck Nerlens out? I mean, Capella out with Nerlens, because Capella know they ain't gonna throw the ball, and Nerlens he gonna sit right back there. If he see Obi, he's not gonna go chase behind.
I thought about it when I said it. I thought about it when I said it.
I'll let him take a timeout. I'll let him take a timeout right quick.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought about it when I said it. Like,
I'm gonna chalk it up
not
to the
gonna
time
kick it to him.
I'm going to take a little bit right quick and say that we have 121 people watching.
That's what
at
we're talking about,
2:20
man.
in the morning, and it's only 57 likes.
Come
And
on,
this is Hoodie
57
Kev. This is Hoodie Kev talking to you all. You all know the Hoodie Kev. We all go way back, like 4 flats. I need y'all to get these likes up for Uncle Freezy, the hardest working man in show business. Because you know me, I can't get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and get up and turn around and do another show at 8:45. Because 8:45, I'm still knocked out sleep. So I need y'all to get these. I need y'all to get these likes up for Uncle Freezy.
Yeah, man, get the likes up for the Knicks fan, man.
There's too many people in here for it not to be more likes than this.
It don't cost you nothing for that.
Yo, Hoodie Kev.
It's finger exercise. Finger exercise at 2:20 in the morning.
On the Quiet Storm.
You too smooth with him, Hoodie Kev. You sound like the Quiet Storm in NYC.
Well,
I'm just saying.
My
right?
co-host, if you've ever watched the show, my co-host,
I have seen your co-host. I have seen your
City
co-host.
for Real is the one who does this. He is way better at this.
You gotta yell at people. Can I yell at them for you, Hoodie Kev?
He's way better at this than me. I'm the smooth operator.
Kev, can I? Yeah, you definitely Quiet Storm.
Yeah,
definitely.
Kev, I have a question.
Yes,
for
sir. Yes,
and you know my concern right off the bat, right? So
what is that?
You already know what it is. You know what I'm about to ask.
You gotta yell at them.
Am I at work? Yes,
no,
I am at work.
No, that's not what I was about to ask.
You at work?
So knowing that you at work, we're curtail my question. But my first question is,
ask it.
Are you eating soft batch Chips Ahoy tonight?
They are obviously at home. I didn't bring them with me.
Okay, that's the first question. And the second question is, what is your beverage of choice tonight while you at work?
I have this.
Uncle Freezy.
See, that's the problem, right?
Oh, I knew it was gonna be fun. I knew it. I should have scored it.
I got to pull a 12-hour shift
the most
tonight.
unhealthy.
I got to pull a 12-hour shift tonight, so I needed the sugar to keep me up and keep me going.
Look at my guy. What's good? It was good.
Yo,
who's that?
Uncle Freezy, you haven't met me before, man. Respect to the Nick at Night show. You feel me? I be watching you. I be popping in and out of your streams. Believe it, because it's true.
Word, no doubt, no doubt.
I knew we was gonna work together one day or next. You know what I mean? It's
yeah, man.
He always wants the last word, just so you know. He always has the last
word. I had to come see you today, man. I said,
Nick,
the first game, win, lose, or draw. I had to come.
You got that ego,
man.
Put your number in the chat so we can talk about it.
So I'm gonna tell you what the first sergeant's job is on the panel. At ease, everybody be quiet. Everybody be quiet. So we need to talk one person at a time because the people that's in the stream right now, it's 114 people in here. They need to be able to hear what you're talking about. So one person at a time.
Oh my God!
And get to what you want to do. Right? I'm sorry.
This man is G-Man is impressive, bro.
And he got that black book too.
G-Man is impressive, bro.
He got that black book. You don't want to be in that book.
G-Man, somebody. Hey, G-Man, you the OG of somebody channel? Because you need to be the OG of somebody channel, bro.
You the moderator.
All right, listen.
Oh, now once he got
our
OG, he switched.
Our OG talking about getting drunk and going to strip clubs. That's what our OG over here talking about.
Our OG was talking about free beer. And when you ever been somewhere, you gotta pay, and the first thing they do is give you something free.
Yo,
Come on, bro.
right there.
That's our guy.
That was a fact.
That's our guy, and we love him. But you ain't never supposed to count the money in the next man's pocket.
Right.
Exactly. Who got free meals?
That's a sin, bro.
Hey, Freezer, I gotta address somebody in the chat. Shout out to JP. He says, so the Randall slander was back on. I think that's what I saw he had in here. Okay, so is the Julius Randle slander back on? I'm gonna go ahead and answer that for me. I can't speak for nobody else.
Nah.
I ain't throwing that man under the bus because he had a bad game and gonna take away all the good this man has done for this team this season.
Right.
I can't do that. Well, can I say what he did wrong? Yes, I can. Can I say what he needed to improve on? Yeah, but I ain't gonna throw the man underneath no bus and run over him and back up and all that. Nah, I ain't doing that to him, man.
We just lost one battle.
It was a perfect storm tonight for Julius, man. Perfect storm tonight. First playoff game for the guy. Long layoff because I think it was over a week.
Yes. We lost by 2 points, Uncle Ron. We ain't lose by like 15, 16. Right. We didn't get whooped on. Come on, man. We lost
my major problem with Julius tonight
fam.
is not taking advantage of the situation and going to the basket. You had Danilo Gallinari trying to guard you, man. That guy foot is stuck in mud.
That last three was despicable.
Take him all night.
Take him.
And then I got a problem with his defense. But you know when you don't make your shots, that affects your defense.
It affects your mental and your defense.
Yeah, man. And my main thing is this. G Money said something earlier, but he said it in a way that I just couldn't jive with. Right. So he made an excellent point, but the delivery just you know how you go to church and one preacher say one thing and they be like when lunchtime. And then the next preacher come up and say the same thing and deliver it different. Hallelujah! And the roof coming off the church.
It's hot. Yeah, it's all about presentation, man.
Yeah. And so,
how you say it?
Yeah, and so what he said was the Knicks didn't match the Hawks' energy, but what he said was the Hawks wanted it more than the Knicks. And you can't judge a man. You can't judge a man's heart, bro.
No, that wasn't true. You're right about that.
Yeah, you can't judge a man's heart. Now, did we match their energy for 48 minutes? No. Because there were plays where Julius Randle should have sold out for rebounds and he didn't. You know what I'm saying? And it was easy. You're like, Dad, Julius, what's going on? You act like this. You act like it's February.
For sure.
Yeah, we didn't play Knicks basketball tonight, man.
Right.
He looked scared a little bit. He looked scared a little bit, and I didn't expect that. I'm sorry about my dog in the background, but he looked scared a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't think Julius looked scared. Shout out to the panel, fellas. Just wanted to come in and drop a little bit. I didn't think Julius looked scared. I think the moment got to him. Yeah. I think it was just a moment. Think about it. This is, for a lot of people forget, this is his first playoffs. Didn't get one to the Lakers, didn't get one to the Pelicans. This is his moment.
Yo,
this is his
I've heard a couple people say this earlier, and I'm gonna reiterate what they said. Fam, we all got first everything. That is not an excuse. We all worked first. We all walked the first time. We all had a first job. We all had to just do something first.
And I understand what he's saying. Though. You know what it is? I understand that part.
Everybody's different. You got to show up.
But listen, this is the first time he is the man dragging a team to the playoff. He had a lot of pressure on his back. Think about all the advertisements, all the videos, all the interviews. It was Julius. What are you and the team gonna do? What are you and the team? What are you? So if you watched a lot of shots were, and I think G-Man brought it up, and a couple other people brought it up. A lot of shots were fast. A lot of shots were just, I'm just gonna take this because it's there. Yeah. I'm just gonna take it. It wasn't like he was actually reading plays.
But
there was no rhythm. It wasn't like he was reading plays. And a lot of the shots weren't maneuvered plays. They were just. I'm just taking it.
Yo, KT, HHT.
Can y'all hear me?
I agree with you 100%.
Can y'all hear me? All right.
Yeah, we can. Yo, speak up, City, for real. Speak up.
Can we say this? Listen,
speak up though.
is a loss, bro. We lost. We lost tonight to the better team for tonight.
We analyzing.
I don't want to hear anything else, bro. A loss is a loss. We gotta chop it up. We gotta pull up our britches. We gotta soak it up, right? And we gotta come back on Wednesday and do the things that we need to do to win. Yes, did we lose tonight? Yes, we did. But guess what? It's just one. It's just one, right? We got a 7-game series.
And they got 3 more to win. They got to win 3 more.
Now, listen, I am mad about the loss. Yes, I am furious about the loss. I'm furious. I'm mad because guess what? We had a game that we should have won.
We should have won.
We fumbled the ball at the end of the third quarter. We let them go on a little run. That gave them some more momentum to come back in the fourth. But then in the fourth, right? We had a couple of miscues on some plays that should have went our way, but it didn't. That foul that they called on RJ, I don't think that was a foul.
Yo, real. But that wasn't the end of the game. You know what the end of the game was, real?
I'm not trying to blame things on the ref. You know what I'm saying? On the refs or whatever. But again, like I said, man, if we lose, we lose. We come back on Wednesday and do the things that we need.
Take your phone, Kev.
Yo, no, 100%. And
game.
What we doing right now is crying over spilled milk, real. But what I'm saying is, we didn't lose the game off that RJ foul. We lost the game off that Bogdanovich 3, right? Going for what they would call
that should have been a steal. And it got through them.
No, but you shouldn't even go for the steal. Just play your position.
But it was a loose ball.
He had
it. You had to. He was rushing. He was rushing to try to get the loose ball, and he had it with one hand.
Hadouken.
So quick, he went out of bounds.
I don't know if y'all said this. I don't know if y'all said this tonight or not tonight. But I do want to say this. Check this out. I don't want to hear no more slander about my guy Alec Burks. I don't want to hear.
No, ain't nobody slander Alex Burke tonight. Ain't nobody.
No, that's
not a fact. That's not a fact. I ain't no Alex Burke slander. Not tonight.
Wait.
I didn't know
Hold on. I'm trying to just want to get my little piece in.
Opening up
City.
I'm opening
City. I know. Hold on. I need to take this to myself. Y'all mind if I have this moment to myself? Because I know, first of all, I know City for real didn't just say, my guy, Alec Burks, when we know that his guy, for a fact, is Elfrid Payton. So much so that he even gave the guy a nickname, called him the Elf of Elf Street. I'm bringing everybody else back in, but I just wanted to say
the same thing. That's funny. I was about to say, your guy...
Freezy. Freezy, you should have finished your statement before you brought us back in, fam.
No, can I get some ice real quick?
That was deserving.
No. City, my guy, but City is my guy, but bro, we know his guy is the Elf of Elf Street.
No, we not gonna.
You like Elfrid Payton, fam?
Yo,
you like Elfrid Payton?
We are gonna do exactly what I was talking about when I be talking about the journeyman. Okay, I mentioned this plenty of times, and also I have mentioned. When was this? Just check the tape.
Because everybody else because everybody else ain't on here with you. I am on here with you every single night. And I never heard you say
Alec Burks is City's son. That's not your guy. Alec Wall Street is your guy.
Alec Burks is my
Y'all
man.
never heard me say that.
He's the Burks of Wall Street.
No.
Y'all never heard that.
I ain't never seen you say that.
He don't even look like he don't even look like he like Alec Burks.
He's trying to blame me, yo.
Me and City have been the co-hosts of the Knicks at Night podcast, and I am the sole witness.
Everybody knows. Yes.
Under the word Alec Burks.
Call the research department.
Hey, hold on, y'all. Let's do this. Hey, I'm gonna let City do ISO cam. So let me.
Can I say something?
Let me. City, get an ISO cam. City, get an ISO cam, bro.
Real quick, all right. Let me.
Man, my bad.
Everybody already knows. Yes. Do I call the guy the Elf of Wall Street? Yes, I do. I say it all of the time. But I have been saying for the longest time, our journeyman has been keeping us, right? They have been keeping us on point. So this is the reason why I said what I said about Alec Burks. Y'all seen me say it on the stream many times when I call out the journeymen and they do their thing. And I say, yes, shout out to the journeymen for doing. Y'all heard me say that. So let's not even act like I never said nothing like that before, man. Y'all already know what it is, yo.
City, you know you my guy. So first, let me just say something real quick. So for those that are new to the show, welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast. And I know sometimes it sounds like a little Jerry Springer-ish in here, but we are who we are. So welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast, hosted by Hoodie Kev and City for Real. Make sure if y'all see a like button, y'all beat it up. Subscribe to the channel, smash that like button. Share on your social media, turn your notifications on, make sure you get all the notifications and such so that y'all can continue to hear conversations like this one and contribute. We want you to contribute to the conversation. So the thing I'm going to say to my guy, City for Real, I'm going to say it on camera in front of the entire universe is, City for Real, I would never throw you under the bus, bro. You my guy. Your name is on the intro. You know whose name is not on the intro? Uncle Freezy. How am I gonna throw you under the bus and your name on the intro? You know what I'm saying? My name ain't even on the intro, bro. How am I gonna throw you under the bus? Secondly, when I say I have never heard you say Alec Burks is your guy, I'm telling you in all sincerity, I have never heard that. Right? Now I'm being real. I'm keeping it 10 times 10 in front of the whole universe. And my thing is, every time I say the Elf of Elf Street, you be like, no, that's not his name. You know what I'm saying? Wall Street. Right. But what I'm saying is, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I ain't never heard you say Alec Burks is your guy. Now y'all have heard me say RJ Barrett is my guy. Y'all heard me say RJ Barrett is my guy, right? And I take all the bumps and bruises with RJ. I want to bring everybody back on so they can contribute to the conversation. But I just want to say, if y'all listening out there, you in the chat, if you see a like button, beat it up, right? Subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Share on your social medias, turn your notification bells on. I got my man Ron Cleveland in the building past his bedtime. Y'all know this is a special occasion. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks in the playoffs, we lost by 2. So what? We not eliminated. You know what I'm saying? But we did get a taste of that Garden going crazy. Y'all saw that Garden going crazy? Y'all saw that Garden going, that Garden was losing their mind. I want to bring everybody else back in, man, because I want to hear y'all thoughts and stuff. Hey, Duke, you been on fire tonight, bro. Hey, Duke, you been on fire tonight, man, with some stuff. And so
a lot of built up anger.
Yeah.
You gotta release it.
Yeah, so I heard it reminds me of this rap song a dude said. He said, I channel my anger through a double-edged banger and turn it into the microphone strangler. Because when I'm in a microphone, I roll through zones, but don't be trying this at home. That's Keith Murray, right? So that's Keith Murray for everybody.
The most beautifulest thing in the world,
just like that.
Right.
I get in you.
Yeah, right. My man said, I channel my anger through the double-edged banger and turn it to the microphone strangler. So anyway. So Duke said something. Duke said something that, and I call him Duke because every time I try to say Hadouken and Sharon, and I know that's his name, it just sound like a puppy eating peanut butter, right? So I just call him Duke, right? So what Duke said is there was some times when defensively or offensively where RJ Barrett was isolated on Trae Young, who is statistically the worst NBA defender in the league, right? And Julius Randle and others went away from RJ Barrett when RJ Barrett at 6'6", 215 could have posted up Trae Young, the worst defender in the league, and in a period where we were milking the lead. We had a lead, and all we needed to do was do time and possession. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Work the ball around, get it to RJ, let RJ cook on Trae Young, and get a good shot. Because down the stretch, we didn't always get good shots, right? We got forces by Randall. So the thing about, and I said something to Hoodie Cav, and we're going to talk about it in the offseason. We ain't going to talk about it tonight. But the thing about Randall is you have to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. You have to know you got to know when your shot is going and when it ain't. You can't keep forcing it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna back out of the way, and I want to listen to y'all chop it up about a few things because I know y'all got some things on your mind, man. But I just wanted to make sure that hey, shout out to Sports Vibes TV, who I see is in the chat too, by the way. And so Duke made a great point about the icing of RJ Barrett because you saw it in the Celtics game, and now you saw it in this Hawks game, where RJ Barrett had his moment because Knicks Gas said RJ Barrett had his moments. And the first thing they did was go away from RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett dunked on somebody in traffic.
Yeah.
And the first thing they did was like, nah, let's go away from RJ Barrett.
Shot a three first before
then
the
they pulled
dunk.
him out of the game.
Makes
Right
it
after, a little bit after.
Shot the
I
three
got
before the dunk.
goosebumps.
Yeah.
Shot the three before the dunk.
Yeah.
But hey, I wanted to say something before I run out the building, man, because that kickstand is coming up on the side. I'm about to lay it to the side. You heard me? man. I'm gonna tell y'all, fellas, tonight what impressed me the most. Quickly and Obi. Quickly, we always knew Quickly was never one to lack for confidence. He always looked the part, like he belonged.
Right.
He looked the part in the playoffs tonight. He made it be known. But that other guy, the thing, and I said this the most, Freezy, right now, what I'm so excited for them two guys is next season. I ain't even thinking about this season. Anything I get, especially from Obi, for me, because I said Obi, for me, this year is a redshirt year, but I am going to talk when he play. I'm going to talk about how he played and whatever. But for me, I'm looking at him as a redshirt year. But to watch where this guy has come from where he was, the thing for these two guys is coming in the next season, they ain't got to ask that question, do I belong in this league?
Right.
Them guys know they belong. And that's going to be a problem. Because what I'm seeing with Obi, I think, and Jay Boogie made this point when he said it on the show. He said,
hey, shout out to Jay Boogie, man. We love Jay Boogie.
Jay Boogie said, and everybody know it, that small forward position is wide open. And Obi, the way Obi's game is playing, they're not using him like no power forward. They're using him getting out in transition and getting over in that corner and popping threes or going up the top popping threes. And that three-point shot he got, more often than not, when he's shooting them, I'm thinking it's going in.
Right.
The guy got a very good shot. So, man, them
good.
two guys, I am ecstatic going forward with them two guys, man. We hit on them picks. Obi is taking a lot longer, but Obi is coming, man. He is coming.
But Obi's history says he takes time.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it in college, everything. It just shows you that Obi's a time player. He needs some time. He needs some good cooking. Just some long, stay in the oven a little longer. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Hey, Ron, who is this guy? KTHHT Knicks, whatever it is. Who is that? Is that one of your guys?
KTHH.
On the video chat with us.
Kent the Haitian.
Oh yeah. That's family. That's he family, man. Kent the Haitian.
Okay.
Kent the Haitian, man. Hey, I'm looking in the virtual chat. I'm like, Kent,
he right here.
Hey, that snake is biting me up. You know?
Ça passe.
He knows his talk, man. He knows his talk, and the thing you would find out about him real quick, he ain't tied to no players, and that's what I love about him.
Right?
He just gonna call it.
Yeah, listen, man.
And he ain't tied to the coach.
I like this dude. Kent the Haitian. Shout out to my people from Haiti, 1805. If you know anything about the history of Haiti, if you know anything about the history of Haiti,
it was the first revolutionaries. Yeah.
Actually, you know what's funny? Haiti not only liberated America, Haiti liberated Colombia. They liberated Venezuela. They liberated Ecuador. So shout out to the Haitians.
Revolutionaries came from Haiti, fighting against them Dominican Republicans.
No, they were fighting against the Spaniards. It was not. There was no Dominican Republic.
Okay.
You get too technical, my man. I'm just saying.
Hey, criminal justice, the Greek. I'm sorry.
Yo.
Hey, Hoodie Kev.
It's all gas.
I'm gonna tell you this too before I run out the door. I said this too. This a red shirt year for me with your boy, man.
Straight up.
Who?
Because I've seen enough from him. The guy done put up some 30-piece, put up a 30-piece quicker than the one that I like. That I tell y'all don't talk to me but trading RJ. You know what I mean? But I recognize why he ain't playing. It ain't because of his offense. They're reconstructing him. They're trying to get it. They're trying to get his mind right on that defensive side. And watch out. Watch out.
So I just want to address something that Ron Cleveland said just real quick. So the thing with Obi Toppin and Emmanuel quickly.
I'm dead serious.
Hey, I think they're gonna be ready for next year. This year, I think we gonna beat the Hawks in 5, right? But here's the thing. Here's the thing, because if you ever watched a Rocky movie, the villain always come out and throw the best shot first. And you're like, oh, how Rocky? Oh my God, Rocky ain't gonna be able to survive.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Spot on, Uncle Free. Spot on.
So here's the other thing too. I want to say to Knicks fans, the cats that y'all see with the bubble wrap, Kevin Knox and others. Trust me. I'm telling you, I've seen it in basketball before, where you take a kid who was built up the wrong way, you have to tear him down. And see, and I'm not gonna. I don't in this platform. I don't like equating everything to the military. But at this point, I have to.
But I know exactly what you're getting ready to say.
So they take a dumb, goofy dude like me off the street, right? All I wanted to do was fight everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to do. How you handle stuff? You fight. So you take a young, goofy dude like me, tear me down from being a dumb, irresponsible civilian to a disciplined killing machine.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you got to do the same thing with these NBA guys. Kevin Knox was built up to be not an NBA player by people that was not qualified to build NBA players.
Say that again.
But Thibodeau is in the house, and Thibodeau like, nah, Knox. This year we gonna reconstruct you, and you're gonna heal up, and you're gonna be a great player. But it won't be this year. And if you mad, so what? If you mad, get a hobby. But this year, we gonna tear you back down and build you up, so you're a rookie, just like Quickly, just like Obi, right? And so next year it'll be the season for Knox, Obi, Quickly, right? And I'm gonna tell y'all something too. That last play where y'all saw Frank get cooked by Trae Young.
Yep.
That wasn't Frank's fault at all. Anybody that played organized ball,
somebody should have his back.
Somebody got it. Frank was looking around for a screen that never came, right? But nobody told him. Nobody said the screen wasn't coming. So Frank, as soon as Frank turned his head that other time, because Frank could, so every time Trae Young tried to go to the basket, Frank was with him. So Trae Young changed directions 3 times, right?
Just to get away.
Right. And people would think like, oh, he crossing him over. Nah. Frank had him hedged. Like Frank was like, I'm gonna get on your hip if you go that way. I'm gonna get on your hip. But then we didn't call out a screen. And see, if I'm up there with Frank, I'm going to their screen man and I'm screening him to let Frank know, no, you out here by yourself up top. Now, if you get beat in a one-on-one, I can't help you.
He got beat on the one-on-one.
Right.
Uncle Freeze.
No.
But if
he did not get beat one-on-one because there was help that was supposed to be coming from the paint.
He handled his assignment.
There's an immediate double team. He got beat on the
What
one-on-one.
do you have a rim protector in the game for if he's not going to protect the rim?
Exactly. And that man got all the way there.
But it's a floater. It's hard to deflect.
But you still got, and that was the problem all night, Freezy. To your point, they weren't committing on that pick and roll and them screens. None of that. The team didn't commit on defense tonight. I don't know what I was watching defensively tonight.
Right.
They look bad.
That last possession was not an indictment on Frank Ntilikina.
No,
I'm telling you, if Nerlens Noel is in the game instead of Taj Gibson, that shot is blocked.
So maybe the noise killed the communication they had before.
Them guys been playing together long enough.
They've been playing together too long.
Nobody called it.
And you know what else to that, Freezy? To that point, and to that point too, is I don't understand. You put him at a disservice because the guy hadn't been on Trae Young all night.
Right.
So you bring him in there.
I agree.
And you allow this man. You don't. Because you know when you done played against somebody, you know what move they're setting you up for.
You got their rhythm.
Right.
He was at this man's mercy. Trae Young, that's why, because if you notice something,
Trae Young went harder at Frank than anybody else that was guarding him all night. You know why?
Night. Exactly.
Because everybody else was on him and they saw what he was doing.
Right.
He knew Frank, oh, you ain't been in this game.
Right.
So I got the advantage on you. I got the but Coach messed up tonight, man. I'm
double
interested.
team.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if I see that guy start the next game,
he will start.
I might turn my TV off.
I set it off.
Hey, Ron. Hey, Ron. Let me say this to Ron. I'm gonna say this to Ron. So me and Ron are defending. Me and Ron the backcourt with 9 seconds left, and Ron got to defend Trae Young coming from the other half court. Right? He got to bring the ball cross court. Right? I'm in the backcourt with Ron. We backcourt mates for a reason. We backcourt mates on offense and defense. When screens come, I'm calling out the screen to Ron. I'm because I can't let my man get blindsided.
Guess what happened? Both of us gonna get chipped off, and that's what happened on that play.
In high school, both of us running laps tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing I want to say to Ron, though, Kev, just real quick. So with Ron, like I'm gonna tell Ron, hey Ron, you got a screener out here. I'm gonna screen him, right? I'm gonna either go grab him or screen him so he can't. So to make it harder for him to come screen Ron, that way Ron know I got Trae Young at the top of the key with the shot clock run. This is our dream scenario here. He want to beat me and I want to stop him, right? Now y'all on the island. Now it's up to Ron. And the team ain't got to do nothing else. He got to beat me off the dribble to make this basket. And if he beat Ron off the dribble to make this basket, he a better man. But exactly. I'm not gonna let Ron feel like he on the island by himself and the screen coming when it ain't. And I gotta put my head on a swivel.
That was bad. And you know what the saddest thing about that play, and I'm gonna end my night. This the saddest thing about it. You don't let him beat you.
Right.
You don't let him beat you. Mick, the same way they like to try to get somebody else to shoot on our team.
Right.
To get it out of Julius' hand. Get the ball out of Trae Young's hand. The 9 seconds.
Right.
Pressure.
Hey, Ron, you know what I did right there, just real quick? So, and if I'm Frank, as soon as he beat me, I would have fouled him. And you know what that does? It forces him to hit free throws with the game on the line.
And you got more time left on the clock for you to go down and take
not a regular foul, Freezy, though. Not a regular foul. A grab
he don't even get it up.
Yeah,
a grab foul to where you know you don't
Uncle Ron, before you leave, Knicks in what? Knicks in 5? Knicks in 6?
I
ain't
get the next 4. Oh God, who want to bet?
Okay.
I put it where my mouth is, boy. The TSK.
All right. If I could say one thing, just to put it out there, just to ask a question.
No, put it out there.
And I just thought about this when Uncle Freezy has said something. Do you all think the Knicks on that particular play, because of what had happened previously in the fourth quarter, do you think the Knicks were playing to prevent the pick and roll from happening? And that's why Frank thought the pick was coming, but never came?
No, it should have been a double team on that play immediately.
Because
it was a double team. It was a failed.
No, there was no trap. There was no trap at all.
No, Taj was up there with him.
Wait, first of all,
you know
there's
basketball
a difference. No, first of all, there's a difference between a trap and a double team.
Yeah.
There's a difference between a trap and a double team.
Not really.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's a trap. It's a difference between a trap and a double team. Because a trap, what you want to do is show a trap and have supporting players get in passing lanes where the ball handler knows that a trap is coming and he has to figure out where to outlet. In a double team, you are looking to stop the offensive player.
And you locking him up.
Right.
That's what you're doing.
Right.
So should there have been a trap or a double team, Freezy?
I'm doubling them.
If it's me, right? I double team, but I don't double team until he gets to a certain point on the floor. Exactly. Because I don't want to have him with enough court vision and angles to see the double team coming and not get there and then him hit an open man.
Well, my point was there was no trap or double team.
That's
You
what.
didn't see enough of this tonight with him neither.
I did not. I seen the last play,
Taj
and I
was
did not see
double
no trap.
teaming.
I did not
Taj
see no
came up
trap
for
or
the
double
double
team.
team,
He
and it
ran
was a
straight
failed
to
double
and
team.
shot a floater. I don't know what double team you thought you saw. I did
Look
not
at the
see
top
it.
of the key.
But
Watch the replay.
yeah,
Taj is on the top on the right
It was
side, and it was a failed double
I
team.
would call
So
that
he
a
switched to the right.
shade. He shaded to the right, ran back to the no. That was no
You
trap or
gotta
no
watch the
double team.
playback.
I'm gonna tell you what though, it was great dribbling by Trae because he caused them to bump into each other.
Right. Yeah.
And that's how he got open.
Can we say this? Maybe Trae Young abused Frank tonight because he heard all of the chatter about how Frank is the defensive stopper of Trae Young.
32 seconds though.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. Hey, I answer that for you before I run out the door. Hey, go look at that fan sided article right now. Go look at it. Seriously. It's right.
Either way, I'm just saying maybe that's the reason why he did what he did. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because someone did bring up he went harder at Frank than anybody.
Yeah, I said that. You saw how he was going at him in that play. He was trying real hard to the point I'm surprised he didn't turn the ball over. How hard he was trying to dribble to get off of Frank.
Right.
But hey, man, fellas, hey, y'all, hey, I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, I'm on pay for
Yo,
this
City
one.
for real. Your mic is very low, City for real. Fix your mic.
Salute, Ron.
I probably still won't be able to go to sleep for 30 minutes to an hour.
You won't.
You
won't. I don't know how that goes.
Hey,
I'm actually gonna go to work because I can't even think right now. I'm gonna keep working.
Hey, Ron. I took one of them pills the other day.
Slept like a light.
Too much. I'll make you laugh about it later.
Okay.
Hey,
All
can
right,
I ask the
y'all,
panel a
man.
question?
Hey, support the channel, man. Support the channel.
100%.
Get them likes, man. It ain't a request. You heard me?
Get them likes.
Man. Is
It's the night show. You know what I
them
mean?
likes.
Hey, get on the night train. You heard me?
Come see you. TSK will come see you if you don't hit the mic.
Hey,
God, I really will.
Shout outs to Ron. Shout outs to Ron because Ron. Can I just say Ron did the most beautiful thing before he finished that last stream. He made sure he sent all his 160 viewers towards here. So shout outs to Ron because Ron is all love.
He shout out 190 people that streaming and got their own channels, man. What you talking about? He's showing super love, Uncle Ronnie. You know what I mean? And we see, if we in the community, we see each other. We out here. You know what I mean?
Facts.
No doubt.
Hey, let me ask y'all a question.
Talk to me, G-Man.
Before you go, let me ask you a question. And I want you to think about this legit. And nobody has to answer it right now, right? But I want to put something on your mind. Were the Knicks playing to win the game, or were the Knicks playing not to lose the game? I don't need a response. I don't need a response. I don't need a response. I just need to put it on your mind. And then, Freezy, go ahead with whatever the next topic is. But I want that. Look, I got the pot right here, and it's on low heat, and it's going to look percolating.
Right. Let that simmer, G-man. Right? Let that simmer.
So what he said is, it's time for
simmer.
the percolator.
That's right.
For the percolator.
So, fellas, can I ask a question?
Most of us got our answers, but we're gonna let it go right now. We're gonna let it simmer.
All right, we'll come back to that.
We'll come back to it.
Can I ask a question then, fellas, if you don't mind?
Sure.
Yes, sir.
My only question is, I've been asking this all year. G-Man know this.
Oh, I'm sorry, I ain't mean to interrupt you, but when certain people are missing, I noticed that. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No problem.
I'm sorry.
The question I had was defensively, and I brought this up to you before, G-Man. Why haven't we used the zone when guys are getting caught off?
Oh, geez.
We're not good at the zone.
I would tell you what it is.
No, are we not good, or we not? We don't do it because we've never done it all season.
We don't do it. We don't do it because that's not in Tibbs'
We
back.
played it partially throughout the season.
Yeah.
So we have never played a traditional zone. What we did is we played a hybrid zone. That's what we've done. So Tibbs, again, far be it for me to try to analyze what a NBA head coach is thinking and what he does, because that is not my forte.
He's just a human being, though, so you can analyze like everybody else.
I can.
You like everybody else. He's just human.
My specialty is, if you ask me something about the military, I would tell you right now. There
Basketball.
About 5 people that can dispute what I say. But when I talk about the NBA, basketball, and what a coach is thinking, I can never pretend to be in Tibbs' head. Right. In my mind, it's simple to me. But maybe in Tibbs' head, he's thinking that if I do this, then there's second and third order effects by this person, that person, the organization, or whatever. I don't care. I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. But to your point, Kent, I think that Tibbs, after this game tonight, I would hope my hope is that he's willing to expand his horizons and open his mind to doing something a little bit different. Not a whole lot.
Because a lot of those broken plays, to me, and a lot of the broken defense, you could have hid in a zone. Because the Trae Young penetrating, there would have been 2 people on the backside to help him out. You don't have to play the traditional 2-3. You could have ran a 3-2.
So, Ken, let me ask you a question. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry about that.
You do. So when people say
no, it's the truth. Because, it's the truth because I want to know.
You good.
Effers say zone, but what kind of zone you talking about?
I'm talking about a 3-2. I'm talking about a 3-2.
So, let's elaborate. See,
no, that's what I was going into, and he jumped in. I got you.
Yeah, because I asked a good question.
Get him, Smoke. Tell him to get that weak stuff out of here.
Exactly. I don't want. You just talking about zones. You not being
no. I was going into that when G-Man made his point. I was about to go into the point of
I'm not pressing you. I'm just asking the question.
Smoke. He needed to be pressed on. He needed to be pressed on. So KT, listen. So I'm saying that, but you know it's all love. So, but
I'm good.
Hey, but KT, I'm gonna tell you this. So for one, just like what Smoke said, listen. When you say play zone. These are the factors you have to consider. What type personnel do you have available to play zone? Mm-hmm. Right? Then the other thing you have to realize is what personnel do they have on the floor? Do they have all 9 shooters? Because if they have all 9 shooters on the floor, do you even have to play zone? Because they can't shoot anyway.
And then what type of zone are we playing?
Right. And then it depends on what type. I was gonna say it depends on what type of zone you're playing. Because if you play 2-3 zone, they're gonna shoot you out the gym. Because that's the first zone that you learn how to beat as a kid.
Yeah, that's why I said I would go with a 3-2 or 3-2.
But do you go with the 3-2?
A 1-4-1?
Do you go with a 2-1-2 zone, which a lot of teams play? They play a 2-1-2 zone. That way, when teams get into their pick and roll, they pick the top man. Then your pick and roll defender, your big, is used to that space anyway. So now you go from the 2-1-2 zone to an ice pick and roll, which you can do to defend. So now you show these different looks. In the 2-1-2, you can still cover the corner threes.
Yeah, right? You can run out to the corners. Yeah,
right. But do you show it? Do you disguise it as a 2-3 zone? Let them get in pick and roll, but play a 2-1-2, right? Oh, you know what I'm saying? There's like all these things that go into it. Now you have your defenders. Now you have your defenders thinking about all these different situations. Now you got them thinking on the floor. It makes them less athletic because they have to think about all these possibilities. Is it worth doing all of that stuff versus saying, "Hey, play man to man, just stay by this guy"? You know what I'm saying? Because the zone does it masks a lot of stuff. It's makeup. You know what I'm saying? It's makeup. You know what I'm saying? The girl you met at the club look a certain way. But when she get back home,
it's different.
And then
she wake up in the morning,
washing all that stuff, and pulling all his hair off. Now you like,
she's nothing but a butterface.
You was okay. And
you thought you had an 8, but you got a 5.
Oh, see, but yeah, but so that's what I'm saying.
Like that though.
But
that.
But the thing is this, like, do you want to do all these things?
Like you thought you had an 8 and you had a 5.
Oh,
that's LA for you.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I ain't judging nobody. What I'm saying is this: you thought it was the one thing, and then in a moment of truth, it's something different.
Catfish.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah. So So Kev,
Yeah,
I got a question for you. I have a question for you.
Kevin, you been
now you saw what happened to Frank in that last play of the game.
Ooh.
And Frank is probably in the locker room crushed right now.
Yep.
And in game three,
out there, Freezy.
do you make the same situation if the situation is the same?
Can we
Frank
go to
needs
game
to play
2?
more, Freezy.
We
And
can
I don't
go
mean to
the whole
cut you
game.
off and say because
would take
I
this
know your
game
question
situation.
was for Kev, and I'm sorry, Kev. But he shouldn't even have been out there. He didn't play.
Right. I dig it. I dig it. But I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna put Frank back in that same situation. It's the same situation in game 3. But this is how I'll do it
30 seconds left without playing or the whole game.
But you got to have your best. It's not your best defender's fault.
Hold on,
in that situation.
Can I say something to that?
All right.
So, other games that we've seen Frank come in the last 8 seconds, 10 seconds of a game to guard somebody. How come I didn't hear anyone complaining then Frank ain't played the whole game?
Playoffs.
But it doesn't matter if Frank has done the same. If Frank has done it before, and you fans didn't have an issue with it.
Hey Kev, it's us fans.
No, because a lot of fans. Me, I don't have an issue.
It is us fans. It is us fans.
I don't have an issue.
Not you.
I don't have. Okay, let me say this. Unlike a lot of people, and I'm only speaking for myself. I'm speaking for the kid. I can't speak for the other millions of Knicks fans. I'm speaking for myself when I say this. I did not have an issue with Frank being in the game because I've seen with my own 2 eyes Frank in that same position before. If Tom Thibodeau, who is a candidate for Coach of the Year, won Coach of the Year before, highly respected, thinks that Frank Ntilikina can handle that situation, who are we to question it? Moving on now.
All right, Hoodie Kev, can I ask a question?
Of course,
Kev.
Should he have not get help after 30 seconds of playing in the game? Should there not been help on the left hand? Should there have been help on the left hand side?
He should have never been in the game in the first place.
That's
a whole different conversation.
I don't think he should have been in the game in the first place. But if you saying he should have because he's one of our top defenders, right? Then should he or should he have not got a little help when he's got? Hold on, let me finish my question and then I'm gonna let you finish.
Okay.
Trae Young got 3 fouls in a row, damn near at the end. And he was just pushing through. They was giving him all these free fouls that he didn't even deserve. So do you think that was a right call on defense by Thibodeau to not send a double team?
Why not?
I think a lot of that play was broken down. I think a lot of that play on – because if you remember – I don't think the ball was even supposed to go initially to Trae Young, right? Because go back to the beginning of the play.
Then Bogdanovich passing to him though.
When Herter was that Herter or Bogdanovich taking the ball
I think
out?
it was it Bogdan or Herter?
I thought it was Herter.
Somebody look it up. I can't remember.
I think Herter inbounded the ball.
I'm watching it right now, and it was. I mean, they were all the way on their side, so it didn't really matter. But he had the ball, so.
But the thing is, the Atlanta Hawks did not want to go to Trae Young initially from out of bounds because Collins fell down. Collins was coming out to get this. Collins fell down.
I seen that.
Then they went to Trae Young. So I don't think the ball was even supposed to go to Trae Young initially.
Come on, man. Trae Young was getting that ball the whole time, even if Collins
because if that's the case, then Herter wouldn't have looked so confused as in where do I go?
You think he looked confused?
When Collins look at the play. When Collins fell down, Herter was like, "Where do I go?"
Okay.
Then he threw the ball down to Trae Young. So I don't believe because if that was the case,
I think you're not remembering the play correctly because I'm watching it right now. That what you said, he didn't fall back because Collins was open because Taj went to try to double team, and then Trae went all the way right and he went past both of them. John Collins was still open.
What I'm saying is initially out of bounds. No. Initially from when he was taking the ball out of bounds is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that was on the other side. That was literally on the basket where we scored. They just gave it to him.
No,
It's not.
look at the play. Are you telling me that at that point in time when Herter was taking the ball out, that Trae Young was his first option? Because if you look at Herter and his hesitation, that was not who he wanted to go to the ball out of bounds.
I agree with you. I don't think it was his first option. I think it was his ultimate option.
Yeah, it was his ultimate option.
I think he was always going to touch the ball, fam.
I don't think the play was drawn up to inbound the ball to Trae Young.
No, but do you think he
ultimately
was going to get the ball?
Yeah, I think it was going to be a handoff from Collins to Trae Young.
Okay, so
that's what I think the
that he
play
was ultimately going to get the ball regardless.
Yeah,
so the play is for him, fam.
But I think this is what it is. I think initially it was going to be a handoff from Collins to Young, and Collins was going. Was that Collins? Yeah, Collins was going to set a pick
and screen the roll
and screen for Trae Young. That's how I think that Nick McMillan drew up the play.
Okay.
But when Collins fell down, he's like, scrap it. I'm just going straight to Trae Young.
But Trae Young made that decision at that time. But this is what I'm thinking to myself. There should have been an immediate double team. There was enough seconds on the clock where the shot was a slow shot. We all watched it.
At that point in time, like I said,
it should have been.
Want to give the ball out of, because here's the thing. Remember this in basketball: even though they have Trae Young on their team, the most dangerous person on that play is actually Herter. The inbounder is always the most dangerous person on the court, and it happens to be that the inbounder might be the best shooter on the team. We all give Trae, but Kevin Herter is probably the best shooter on that team.
For sure.
So what you don't want is Burks doubling Trae Young automatically, leaving Kevin Herter wide open. You would live with it? Yeah, you would, but it's not ideal.
But Kevin Herter is not a game winner shooter. He's not. How many ESPN late nights Kevin Herter hitting game winners?
And I think, like I said,
it's the truth, though.
No, it is. But at this point in time, the play itself is breaking down. It's breaking down on both ends.
Yes.
So the Knicks are confused because it's like, okay, and this is why I said it earlier. The Knicks were looking for the pick and roll because, like Uncle Freddie said, Frank was looking for the pick and roll, the screener that never came.
And never came.
So he was thinking, as they drew up, as Tom Thibodeau said, watch for the screener. But the screener never came.
The screener never came, and he got blown. He got blown by.
Because if the screener came, the help would have came too.
That was a great point.
If the screener didn't come, neither did the help.
That's
all right. Listen, I watched the play back.
That's a great point.
Bogdan, Horter pump faked at John Collins, but that was basically right when he fell, and he gave it to Trae Young. But Trae Young basically waved them off and said to get an ISO. But Taj left John Collins wide open at the 3 while Horter was going from the left side into the paint with Burks. But he just, Taj came in, and while Frank was on him, but then Frank slacked off for a second, and Trae Young went past him right and put the floater up. That's what happened.
I mean, yeah, we know what happened.
So
I'm saying
we say all of this to say what? We say all of this to say what?
We say this to
Wednesday we coming harder. We're about 15.
Well, we say all this to say I was right. I know. Smoking Knicks doubts my knowledge, but if you go back to yesterday's game, go back to yesterday's game, I told you this is going to be the wake up call, and I rather a wake up call early in the series than on game 5. So my prediction was we're going to lose this game -3. We lost -3. Vegas -3.
K-Gas, let me ask you a question.
The shot is my witness.
Let me just ask you a question, K-Gas. I just want to ask a question. I don't want the last word, as you said before. I just want to ask you a question. How many games do you think we was going to win this series in? Because I think we're winning this series.
I think we're going to game 7. I think we're going to win. We lose game 1. We win game 2. We win game 3. We win game 5, but we don't know how to close it.
I think we win the next 4 straight. I said 5.
I hope God listens to you. Hey, Jaware, listen to this man.
I said, to be honest with you, fam, if we need, and I hate saying this because I've watched us lose games. We lost about 10 games to maybe 15 games this year. If they had a solidified person that wants that last shot, we would win. Randall don't want that last shot. That's why we need. That's why we need somebody else. Like the dude was talking about.
Nah, Randall did want the shot.
No, we can't. We can't say that. Randall did some big
listen
shots.
to me.
Randall
listen
wanted
to
those
me.
shots.
Before y'all get crazy on me, listen to me. I watched the game. I watched the whole last quarter. I made sure, right? So what I seen was a person getting the ball and taking shots super quick, so he wasn't at fault. Know what I mean?
But you talking about one game.
No,
you talking about one
relax.
game overall.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about.
No.
This is the biggest game in his career. What are you talking about? One game.
Hoodie cap.
How do you mean this is the biggest game?
Because I want to address.
City is right.
I want to address.
Yo, what are you talking about?
What I'm talking about is the fact that I've watched this happen over multiple games, which makes this a culminative effect. Right at the end of Knicks games, these dudes don't know who's the closer. This ain't something that I'm just making up and I'm just imagining. Nick Gass know what I'm talking about. He heard me say this before.
Yeah, but you said that you're saying that Randall didn't want to take the last
He
shot.
did not.
He did want to take the last. Not this game. I'm talking about in the other games, like you were saying, those 15, 20 games.
I'm sorry, I gotta get at you. Why did Derrick Rose have to hit that game-tying shot?
Because Julius Randle missed the three.
No, because three dudes passed it to Derrick Rose ultimately. Three dudes had open shots. And they did not
but you know what
take
happened before
fam?
that? Julius Randle bricked the three on the opposite side of the backboard, and then they got the rebound. They found Derrick Rose at the top of the key, and
They
he
didn't
went to a
find Derrick Rose.
They did find him on the top
shot.
of the key.
Randall had an open shot. They were scared. Why y'all making excuses, fam? Y'all gonna make me mad. This is why.
Bro, listen, you talking about one game.
You getting
you
it?
talking
I don't
about
know.
one game. You talking about one game.
No, I'm
that
talking
Randall
about a
passed up
culminative
shot.
effect. I've
But
seen
any
this
other time,
happen
hold on,
more than once.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Any other time, right? When Randall takes the shot, right, and he misses,
But he
everybody
misses
is like,
every
"Oh,
time.
Crazy, but he's not wrong when he says.
You can't have it, bro. Hold on, bro.
Yes.
You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways.
City, but go back to the game. If you look at the scoreboard, we played the best game during intermission, basically. You know, in between we did great, but we started pretty bad and we finished pretty bad. That shows you we were scared.
But what does that? No, what does that have to do with that play that Randall didn't want to shoot the shot? He shot a shot.
No, not
He
Randall
bricked
doesn't want the shot.
No,
I think he wants the shot.
The thing we were talking about was that Randall doesn't want to take the shots, but we've seen throughout the season
don't want to be the
that
closer.
he wanted to
You
take those
can't
shots.
compare yourself
He
to
missed
Kobe
those shots,
Hadouken.
had bad turnovers.
No,
and then
Hadouken.
today in the game, like City was saying too,
what's
he bricked wait, let me talk. Let me
City
talk.
and Hadouken, I'm sorry.
He missed the three, right? He missed the three. I watched the play again just now. Missed the three. Taj gets the rebound, passes it to Burks, he passes it back to Taj, and then passes to Rose on the top of the key. Randall was packed in the paint. There's nowhere for him to be. And then Rose goes for a floater. I don't know what
So
you
Burke
mean
shouldn't have took
Randall
that
doesn't
shot.
want to take the shots.
Burke shouldn't have took that shot. Burke didn't touch the ball.
Bro, it's called moving the ball.
That's
man.
not that
Like,
play.
He was
I don't,
open.
No, he wasn't. It was not open.
Oh
my god! I don't know how we all can watch the same thing and see different things at all the same time, but that's maybe just how the world works. That's how God constructed us.
No,
but,
that's how life is.
Like, yeah, for sure. That's just how God's constructed us, and
ran
that's why.
right up on him. He couldn't shoot that.
But I just feel like that and the Bogdanovich play, bro. Us not stepping up. We had multiple opportunities to put these cats to bed. They are afraid of us. Why you think they was acting the way they act when they barely beat us, man? We supposed to be spanking these cats, man. Not making excuses.
No,
are you starting Alfred next game? Are you starting Alfred next game? Because I'm not putting no more excuses for Alfred. I'm out of the Alfred train.
Yes, you know he's starting, right?
Man,
why
you can't
y'all
tell me
even?
that, bro.
Why we even bringing this up like it's relevant? It's not
He's
even
starting.
relevant. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Why
Like,
is it not relevant when he's starting? See,
because it's not. Tom Thibodeau has his set ways.
His favoritism.
Right now, we can say, oh, should he start? Should he not start? Yo,
Bruh.
we've been saying that. We've been saying that all year, and
I
has it made a
rather
difference? Has it made a difference? No.
Luka
So what are we talking
Vildoza
about?
that I haven't seen play in the NBA.
But he's in
Alfred Payton
quarantine right now. He's in
everyone.
quarantine.
Give everyone. So we have a super chat. Thank you, D Hall, for the
That's what I was about to do.
super chat.
Shout out to D Hall.
Knicks don't have a closer, and that's just our roster.
I keep saying it.
Knicks got. Hold on.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
That's why we need a star like Kawhi in free agency. Thank you, D Hall, for the
don't
$4.99
have a
super chat.
closer.
Thank you for the $5 super chat platter.
Sure, 100%.
Thank you, Dolores Hall.
Show love.
Okay, continue. I'm sorry. I just had to.
No. You're not sorry, bro. This y'all. I'm
You're
sorry.
the host.
Yeah, no, for sure, 100%. I'm sorry, but I keep saying it. I watch the games. When people argue this with me, it makes me mad because of the simple fact I watch the games where Randall take these obscure shots, and I'm in my bag, and I don't want to.
If I
And
may,
he doesn't
I'll
make
just
them.
say
And he
this.
doesn't make them.
And he
then
does
we say
not
he's
make
a
them.
Hold on. I'll say this. There's a difference between. There's a distinction between being afraid of something and not being good at something. I don't think it's being afraid. I just don't think he's good in that position. And those are two different. Those are two different things. I don't think he's afraid of the moment. He's just not good in that moment.
HK, I think his afraidness makes him not good at that moment. HK, just because it's called faking it till you. It's called fake. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off. Whoever.
You're not gonna cut me off. I'm gonna say my point real quick. Hold on. Because y'all been eating. Y'all been eating, but you gotta let others eat too. We gotta pass this microphone around, man, and let everybody do their thing.
I'm sorry.
So
I just mean faking it till you make it, though.
We super good with that. What I'm saying is the opportunity was there for us to exploit the matchup, and Duke said it, and I keep thinking y'all like overlooking it because nobody respects RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett had the worst defender on him for the last 5 minutes of the game. And instead of at least letting RJ Barrett try it once or twice, we kept forcing it to Julius Randle. One led to a turnover, and two led to bad shots.
Who do you have on the freezy? Trae Young?
Yes, the whole entire last 5 minutes on the right wing, the whole entire time, and they gave him the ball once, and he scored.
Once, and he did score.
Right,
I remember that.
And my point is, what's the worst thing that can happen? Hold on. What's the worst thing that can happen? A bad shot and turnovers? Well, y'all got that from Julius Randle anyway, right? Exactly. So you got that from Julius Randle anyway. So why would you even go to RJ Barrett? Which frustrates me because you see a pattern when RJ Barrett was cooking the Spurs late in the game, right? RJ Barrett scored 10 points late in the third quarter. You know what happened? They went away from RJ Barrett and went to somebody that was ice cold.
Same for the Celtics game.
And the same thing for the Celtics game.
He hit 4 threes in a row. He doesn't get the ball for like 5 possessions and then touches the ball probably twice the rest of the game. Like that's it makes no sense at all.
Right.
Like,
and you know it's not a Thibodeau thing. You know it's not a Thibodeau thing.
It's not. It's higher up.
Right.
No, it ain't higher up. It's on the floor. It's on the floor.
Yeah, but Uncle Freeze, going back to what you just said, like sometimes when I feel like the minutes that we give Obi, it's like, you know, when you got those sneakers that you don't really want to use and you use them once, twice, you know, those Air Force Ones. That's what I see with Obi. Obi is there for the picture, the limelight. Like now we already got a dunk. We already got a 3-point shot.
Totally lost. I'm totally lost. We were talking about RJ Barrett ISO'd on Trae Young, and you bringing up Obi.
No, I meant to say overall the way we use the minutes of our guys. How like one guy comes from a regimen of Phil Jackson and Frank, for example. So let's put him in a position to lose. Another guy was brought in by Leon Rose. You know, the new management. Hey, put my guy for 9 minutes and let him get some dunks so I could get a good highlight. Okay, take him out of the game. So are we here to win the game? Like the question that G-Man left us with. Did they play to win the game, or did they play to just stay overall?
So what does this have to do with RJ Barrett ISO on Trae Young in the last 5 minutes? I don't get. I totally missed the point. I was trying to be patient with it. I didn't want to cut you off.
Oh no, yeah, you're right.
But I don't understand what the relevance is. Right.
No, you're right.
What I was saying to Duke's point is RJ Barrett, who was cooking. RJ Barrett gets hot in the second half games, and then instead of us going to RJ Barrett, we go to dudes like Alec Burke, Derrick Rose, Julius Randle.
The Celtics one was Randle. Randle was getting his shots up, even though RJ was hot and he was missing them.
And Julius Randle was cold. RJ Barrett was hot, but instead
people think I say this just because I'm a RJ fan, but this is literally what happens throughout the whole entire season. This has been happening, especially the first half of the season. This was happening when he would cook in the first half and not get touches in the second, and now he just doesn't get it when he's hot. I don't understand it. There's no way you're in the game and you look at RJ and his matchup for the last 6 minutes and you don't think to yourself that that's a favorable matchup for your teammate.
It is. You're right.
Yeah, we should have played through him.
That's simple. Like, you gotta just look like that's simple basketball. Like anyone would know that if they play basketball just for like 1 year or like barely any basketball. You just know that. That's what's so frustrating about that.
Dude, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of how LeBron James had to snatch the torch from Ricky Davis in Cleveland. You remember Ricky Davis was good when he was a good veteran in Cleveland, right? Ricky Davis was good, right? Darius Miles were good. And you know how they used to talk about LeBron? It was like, yeah, he's going to come in here and learn the system, and we're going to try to bring him along slow.
I think Ricky Davis said that they were going to bring LeBron to help him. I remember that.
Right. And then now when you look back at that interview in 2021, you like Ricky Davis had to be the dumbest joker you ever seen in your life. Because nobody remembers Ricky Davis, but everybody considers LeBron James the GOAT, right? So when you're a journeyman vet and you're not coming in, I understand how your livelihood can be affected, but at the same time, we need to consider winning. And if dudes, I'm telling you right now, in this offseason, if dudes ain't helping RJ Barrett take this team to the next level, I don't want to sign them, period. Because you had... Go ahead,
no,
bro.
you got it.
So what I'm saying is when you have RJ Barrett ISO'd on the worst defender in the league and you don't even go to him 5 or 6 times, at least let him touch it, it looks like you don't want to win.
That's embarrassing. And it goes back to last year. Like, last year RJ was held back by the coaching and them changing his jump shot. And now this year it's just them freezing him out. Makes no sense. I don't understand it. It won't ever make sense to me.
But it's like that's like one of those things that happens periodically, I would say. Like, time and time again, we see RJ have matchups that he could win, but they don't get him the ball.
City, you remember when me and you talked about it when it was just me and you here for one day, and we talked about it at the night, like for hours, about how he gets iced out that one day, and how he could average so much more if they only let him touch the ball more.
Yeah, but like the thing, so I would say I would think like I would say this, like sometimes I think we lean on our veterans sometimes a little bit too much instead of letting the young guys cook and do their thing. Although it's hard to say, man, because this team, we've been up and down, and like the vets, sometimes they've gotten us where we needed to be, and sometimes
only Taj Gibson is the one that I would always put on fire. Not all of them.
Yeah, and I would say Taj too. I would keep Taj like a
Taj is consistent.
Haslam.
I love him.
Udonis Haslam for us. I like Taj. I think we should keep him.
Yeah.
It also kind of goes back to, the people might not agree with me with this, because people didn't agree with me when I said this before, but so we have close games, right? Okay. It's 5 minutes left in the game. RJ is not having a good night, right? Do you not think that if you're trying to build up someone to be a star and be able to to come out of a bad shooting night, you should play them in the final minutes of a game to learn. Do you not think that should happen? Because every single time he's had a bad game in general, or like a not too good of a game, he doesn't play in the fourth quarter. How do you learn from that?
I mean, that's a hard question because
that's a give and take.
Because we just did that with Julius Randle, and look how it came out. So I understand that sometimes the last play could give you a little boost up. Like if we would have been living in another world and Frank Ntilikina would have stopped that play, for example, we would have been having a different conversation. You know, it would have boosted up Frank's ego. But now, because now you put him in a position to lose, it's the opposite. Now he feels like, oh, they lost because of me. So that's the thing about when you put a guy in those minutes when they've been struggling. What is the fans gonna do?
You gotta look at the game as a whole. We gotta say this: we didn't lose because of Frank. We had four quarters to potentially blow that team out, and we didn't do it. So
we had so many chances.
So many. And it's at home too. That's the most embarrassing thing.
I'm so surprised that they weren't up. It felt like they were up so much more than they really were in the first half. Because they were only up by 2, but it really felt like they were up by like 15 or 20 because of how bad we were playing.
By the way, you guys saw Tracy Morgan, how hyped up he was? Oh, man. Tracy was giving me vibes. I don't like Spike Lee. Spike Lee's a jinx. Don't name his. Don't say his name.
I ain't no Spike Lee, bro.
He's a jinx, bro. I don't like him. He's also bullet.
Come on, come on, man.
Stop hating on Spike.
I don't like that, man.
Listen, man. Leave Spike alone, man.
Spike is legit.
Come on, leave Spike alone, man. Spike has been there in the Garden and been a Knicks fan when I was a toddler.
Yeah, but you saw.
Yeah, even with that one situation,
he needs to sit down sometimes. He needs to sit down.
He do need to sit down, but
he needs to sit down. He needs to stop being. Stop trying to be the star. Sit down, bro. Sit down.
Gas, you right?
Gas.
He gets on my nerves every time. That jumping. Now I gotta watch him ESPN every 3 seconds. You know, like
you are not right.
It hurts me. It hurts me.
You are not right. You know why? You know why you're not right? Because that would be like a fan telling you while you watching the game in your house and you standing up, clapping and cheering for the team. That's like somebody telling you, bro, you need to sit down. Like, bro, I'm in my house. What do you mean I need to sit down? Like, come on. Come on.
No,
this is Spike's house.
It's not the same.
This is all fans' houses. We cannot challenge one guy, right? Because all the fans do it, right? It's just Spike Lee because he's popular, he's famous. But all the fans do it. All the fans are out there cheering and yelling and screaming, right? But we're gonna say, oh, Spike needs to sit down why? Because he's popular.
City for real, it happened with CP3. Right? It happened with CP3. CP3 was having an argument with Spike. And then now it happened with Trae Young. Trae Young telling Spike, shut down.
Yeah, but the thing is,
bro, it's only because he's popular.
They just hate. Yeah, and the only reason they do that is because they know he's a Knicks fan. They're gonna do that if you're in their home and doing that, or you're not.
You know how many fans? Bro, you know how many fans? You know how many fans have what do you call it? Season tickets all of the time, and they there all of the time, and they rooting all of the time, but nobody tells them to sit down. Ain't no nah. I'm saying what's real. I'm saying what's real right now. Nobody tells those fans no, sit down, and nobody's gonna tell me no, sit down right now. Like,
we're not doing that.
What he did to us, what he did to us.
I got your back, bro.
It's not what he did. It's not what he did. It's what other players.
Let me get him. Because I got your back, Gas. We don't always see eye to eye, but I got your back for this simple fact. You remember when Reggie Miller hit those 4 threes or 3 threes in like 12 seconds? Who was he talking to?
Spike Lee, yes.
Exactly. This is what y'all forget.
Nobody forgot that, bro.
Y'all talking like y'all forgot history.
Wait. You could say that. But at the end of the day, how you gonna blame a fan? A fan for what happens in the game.
Because you're talking too much. And a person gives you that extra determination.
Do it.
15,000 other
That's
fans.
what Nick Asher said. No, not every fan is acknowledged. Nick Gas
So
just
what?
said
It doesn't
he's
matter.
talking too
Saying.
much.
They could still hear what they're saying, and the only thing, like, he's been a Knicks fan and he's been there every time.
Man,
and the only situation for me that turned it off for a period.
How
of
many
time
losses
was that
has he cost us, Hadouken? He's
How many
cost us
championships
losses.
I'm not
has he
doing
been
that, bro.
for?
What do you
He's
No
think?
cost
Yo,
us losses.
Bro, stop it, bro.
Yo, how can you blame a fan for the losses?
I blame
There's no
all
way
of
you're
them. I don't blame one
If
fan.
Reggie
I
Miller
blame
can hit
all
three,
15,000 of them.
Everyone. If I can get a second. So we have been on for
Wrap it up.
3 hours.
The show's over.
We shutting
3
it down.
hours
A
now.
Shar is in the building.
And I got the phone with the producers in the booth, and they said, "You know what? I think that's we got airtime. Other shows coming on. If you like what you see, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel so we can get in front of more viewers tonight. To everyone in the chat and the live stream, salute. Thank you for staying us about 3:30 in the morning.
Spike Lee and Uncle Freeze are fraternity brothers. We can't talk about Spike Lee here.
Make sure that you check out Knicks Morning Drive, also right here.
Yo, Nick
on
Gas, shoot
Blowing
me your
Cheer.
chat.
Bet.
Right here on.
Oh, follow me on Twitter, Jay Lerma.
Hello.
Can we
Find the
finish
Club
this?
Show. Thank you. Make sure you check out Knicks Morning Drive, bright and early 8:45 with Uncle Freezy and guests. Also, make sure you check us out Sunday, May 30th, live at State Farm Arena. And the Sweet Blowing Tears will be coming to you live from the game.
You gonna be at the game?
Yes, we're live at the game for State Farm Arena in the presidential suite. Calling the game for all Knicks fans. Like I said, I don't know what other channels will be live at the games. But Blowing Tears live at Game 4, baby. And with that, we bid everybody do have a good night. Have a good night. Take care. And that is it.
I appreciate you, Hoodie Kev. 100%.
Roll call.
Everybody.
Give the roll call, City for real.
Yeah, put your.
Let's see how long he takes to cut us off.
We about to bounce out.
He gonna randomly cut us off. Hey,